Once every generation, a tournament is held. The fate of the world lies at stake. Every generation has its chosen warriors or fighters, if you will, to defend it. Outworld, Shang Tsung and Shao Kahn have won 9 straight tournaments, one more, and they take the earth. The year is 1995. This is Mortal Kombat. Directed by Paul Wes Anderson, starring Christopher Lambert, Robin Shue, Bridget Wilson, Lyndon Ashby, and Carrie. I can't say his last name. Man, maybe Ray can say it. I don't know. But here's my esteemed guest, none other than Mr. Tom, Cardio Reviews, movie reviews.
How's it going?
It's going. It's going. Glad to have you here again.
Yeah, good to be here. And Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. Too bad they don't let us play music, because I definitely would have played that just for the intro. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%.
And we have the lovely Ray Lee's Movies. Oh, Media. Sorry. I'm just jacking everybody's name up. What's going on, Ray? How are you?
I'm actually feeling a bit under the weather today, but not too bad.
You know, we could have rescheduled. You should have told me. I feel bad.
No, it's okay. I think it's just allergies, quite honestly.
Okay. If you need to take a pause and blow your boogers and everything, we'll wait for you. And I have the vixen of horror herself, Katie's Kitties and Horror. Hello, Katie.
Hello, how are you?
I can't complain. Everything good with you?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Well, let's get this under the way. I don't know where to start. I was just so excited watching this. I kind of watched it almost basically 2 times last night, so it was kind of fun. I could watch this movie I've seen it a million times, but it was cool to go through it with this in mind. So, firstly, the intro, because I know before we even get into it, right? I know some people here, if they don't know anybody listening to this, that watches this on the replay, Katie hasn't seen this movie, so this is a first-time watch for her.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, everybody, but it's true.
But I thought it was cool because you get to live it, albeit it's not the 1990s. So I don't know how good that's going to fare, but I mean, I still remember like yesterday, my first time seeing this, and the intro when I was I still remember walking in and sitting down exactly when it screamed Mortal Kombat, and that was amazing for me. I don't know what it is, something about that soundtrack, that music. Just if you really watch this movie, that music does a lot of heavy lifting for this movie.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Like the music is just incredible. Like, and somebody actually messaged me that when they saw me promoting the show, and they're like, just the music is just still incredible, and it really is. It really is. But yeah, I love the intro. Believe it or not, guys, that was like high tech. I know we've seen a lot of stuff today's age, but that was like epic. Like how it came in the fire, and then you didn't know you was looking at the dragon, and it shows up on the screen. And it's you ever see those memes where people say, when you see this logo or when you see this intro, what's the first movie that comes to mind? And it's Mortal Kombat. When I see the New Line Cinema, that's the first thing that comes to mind. Like a lot of people say Freddy Krueger, Friday. There's a lot of different answers, but this has always been mine. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. But
anyway, so I guess I'm the only one that loves the intro that much. But
no, I love the intro. I'm the same way, because it was the first New Line movie that I remember seeing, and I remember being so geeked to see this movie because I was a huge fan of the game, and and plus I had it. I don't know about you, Cal, but I had it on Genesis, which meant I had the fatalities,
and we had blood. We didn't have to put in codes.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, right. Whereas Super Nintendo, you didn't get the blood in the fatalities.
Yeah, that's not Mortal Kombat.
Right. No. And I remember I was so excited to see this movie. And when that Mortal Kombat came up, just wanting to jump out of my seat as a 14, 15-year-old.
Damn, dating yourself. Okay.
I know.
You know, but I mean, everybody was, it's weird because we didn't have social media as it like today. And just the phenomenon of it, like how big it was for people. Because we had the games too. Funny, we had up to about Mortal Kombat 2 when this movie came out. So And I noticed throughout this movie, they kind of borrowed a little bit from Mortal Kombat 2 and put it, put some people in there that weren't originally in Mortal Kombat 1. But I don't know. We'll get into it. So I want to talk about the first fight. So we got little brother Chan, right, versus Shang Tsung.
Yeah.
What a mismatch. Is it just me, or that was like a huge mismatch? He didn't get one ounce of offense in on Shang Tsung. He didn't even touch him. And it's just like, if these are the people defending Earth, and no wonder they won non-straight. How did he make it to the end? He just looked like a child to Shang Tsung,
Yeah, and he even started begging towards the end.
Yeah.
So yeah, he really got handed.
Damn, Ray. I wasn't gonna say that part, but damn.
Yeah.
Oh man, that sticks with me when he broke his back like that too. I was that always have stuck with me. I remember because this is a movie which is great about it, even though it was for us gamers, kids, it came out, it wasn't really geared, I guess because it was so violent, the game, but it wasn't really geared towards a kid's audience. Like even grown-ups watch this movie. And I remember a lot of people during this time, they still remember that stomp, how he stomped on his back. And I don't know. I thought it was a good intro. I mean, now that we're a little away from it, time has dated some graphics, but when he says your soul is mine and he turns into, I don't know, what is that, a sorcerer, demon, whatever he's supposed to be, mortal, whatever he is, shape shifting, he just has all these abilities, but what did you guys think of the graphics when they showed him turn into that?
I mean, for its time, it's quite good. But it's very outdated now.
It's very outdated. But it's not so bad that it takes me out the movie. Maybe I'm just brainwashed and I'm just like enjoying the ride because it was what it was. I'm more taken out on some of the acting than I am the graphics. I know that probably doesn't make sense, but I am, which is weird.
No, I agree. And when we review Annihilation, we're gonna have some graphics issues, but this one's not as bad.
And real quick, as I was doing the notes when I talked to you earlier, I seen that the budget is actually $10 million more on Annihilation, which you would thought Annihilation had $1 million budget, but it just
right.
That's what happens when you rush movies, guys. But
Annihilation was so mishandled, though. That went through so many directors, and then the director it landed with, that ended up being his first movie, and it was just a mess.
And because I typed in Google to ask, because I've always wondered, because we never heard anything why Johnny Cage never returned to Annihilation. We're not going to get into Annihilation too much, but he just said the script wasn't right. He just refused to do it because the script wasn't good. And not to say Mortal Kombat is a bad script, but it's not an Oscar strong script. So if it's worse than that, I understand it. He actually was right, I guess. And then to come back, I wonder if he had a bigger part and they chose to do what they did to his character in that one just because he didn't come back. But
yeah, probably.
And I seen Bridget, the girl to play Sonya Blade. Only reason she didn't come back is because she had conflict. She had to do I Know What You Did Last Summer. And I can always forget that's her as the older sister to Sarah Michelle Gellar. I always forget that's her. But, to think, I mean, I know that is a big movie too for horror, but for her as a role choice, like even Mortal Kombat 2 would have been a better choice. It's a shame she couldn't do it because, that's a bigger role where she's in that movie, that horror movie for about 5 minutes total.
Yeah.
So I know she probably was a little upset about that. I'm sure the paycheck was even better too on Mortal Kombat. But so anybody feel the same way about me about the mismatch? I see Ray does. How do you feel, Katie? It's your first time seeing it. You see this sorcerer and everything, and he's in this guy's dreams. How do you feel about that?
I didn't really know what the hell was going on at first because that's the very first scene that happened, and I didn't understand what was going on. So I was just kind of confused.
Yeah, it's a nightmare because after that you see Bruce Lee, and I call him Bruce Lee because I want people to think I'm making a joke. I call him Bruce Lee because everybody who was from that era that played the games knows that Liu Kang the game was based off Bruce Lee. That's Bruce Lee's character, and Johnny Cage is Jean-Claude Van Damme. So it's like there's a whole thing with that. So when I see them, I see what I see. Even people don't realize like the whole dragon thing that ties in with Liu Kang. That's the Bruce Lee thing. So it's But so I just see when I see it, I see Bruce Lee waking up from a nightmare. That's just me. But Yeah, it was cool. We got a little green room. And then I noticed something that I didn't notice when because when you're younger, you don't notice all these things, but he had got a Western Union to say come home. His brother had died. Now I'm wondering, like, I'm sure he's seen that beforehand because he had the dream too. But there's a lot going on in this movie. I mean, not a whole lot, but there's things that I didn't pick up, when we were younger. And I'm like, oh, that did help the story a little bit, because when he goes home, I feel like that little bit of time home helps the story, a little bit. Because we just knew what this was, I don't know if you girls played the game, but we kind of just, it was almost like we know who Batman is when you go into a Batman movie. It kind of was like that. We knew who these characters were. So we didn't be like, oh, where'd they come from? And this and that. It didn't matter as much, But
I played the first 2 Mortal Kombat games. Actually, there is a fighting arena that takes place in Liu Kang's village, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that was nice because it actually did do a good job matching like the way it looked in the game.
Yeah, it did. That was the most accurate, And I like some of the things they took from 2 because I feel like Mortal Kombat 2 is peak Genesis Mortal Kombat. So I think that was the best one. Yeah. I think it was actually probably maybe the top selling game other than Sonic for for Sega Genesis. But
when I was young, I was a PC gamer, so I had all that stuff on PC.
Oh yeah.
No.
Excuse me. Well, Ray, we had Genesis. We're a little older,
I had a Genesis. I had Sega Genesis. I had PlayStation. I had Xbox. I had the NES system. And then I had a PC.
He called it the NES. That's wild. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we get Sonya Blade too. Guns are blazing. We get her, and we also get a little shot at Jax. I don't know. A lot of people never noticed that Jax was in this movie, like as a cameo.
Yeah.
And I think they did Jax kind of dirty because this movie isn't filled with a bunch of characters, so I feel like they could have gave him a bigger role. There's a couple characters they could have threw in here. They actually could have gave Kung Lao something since they were taken from Mortal Kombat 2 also, but they didn't. There's just mention of him that Liu Kang is a descendant of Kung Lao, which I thought was cool because later down the line, if you ever notice, like that was never a thing in the games, and then all of a sudden after the movie, now he's from that heritage. Like the movie made that mythology, and they've been running with that in all the games ever since. So it's I just thought that was good, and that shows you the impact in the movie.
Where did Jax show up? I missed him.
Okay, Jax is Sonya's partner. So when she's waiting on the boat, she's looking for Kano. So you first see her, and she's waving a gun, and she's talking to a guy, her partner, and that's Jax. She's like, Jax, how much intel such and such? He's like, trust me, Sonya. She's like, I only trust one person, and you're looking at her. And
yeah, he didn't follow her onto the boat, which I'm like, I don't know. If my partner just kind of ran off, I think I would follow him. But he just sat there.
But Ray, first of all, he's told her don't do it before she did it. She was so chasing Kano because he killed her partner, and it was just like there's a certain way to do it. Like realistically, she could have got picked off. Like they would have saw her coming. Like he saw her, he was luring her to the boat. So realistically, she was just very reckless. And then I just find her dialogue very terrible at times because she says, "I'm here. I only trust one person. You're looking at her." Meanwhile, well, you must have trusted your partner that you're trying to avenge because you really are upset, And then later on in the movie, she's still calling Jax as she's going to the island. So it's like I don't know. It's just it just makes no sense. Some of her lines they don't make any sense. But
it makes Sonya very hot-headed.
Yeah. Well, that's that. That type of character. Those,
Yeah.
When you need a tough character, those were the stereotypes, because she got to be a fighter, so they had to, I just thought she was very reckless for her to be tactical. She's tactical special forces, right? And she's just running in guns and blazing and running on the boat, no back. Like she doesn't act like that at all to me. But I like Bridget though, so I'm not going to be too hard on her. I mean, it's 95, right? It was just the dialogue. And then we get the first look at Kano. I thought Kano's look, even still to this day, was like really dope. I really like his look.
Yeah, actually, it's like a prosthetic on his face. It's actually really good.
Yeah,
I like the way he looks.
He looks better in the movie than the game. Like, you know, I mean, you know how like they upgraded him. Usually we complain like, oh, he's not accurate to the game. Where it's like, no, this looks better than what he looks like in the game. You know, so
you know, funny enough, he probably still is my sister's favorite Mortal Kombat character.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she really likes him, and she really liked him in the movie too. So.
Yeah, I did too. He has a lot of I mean, he's not there for a long time, but he has a lot of presence and personality for what he has.
Yeah.
So, and it's weird because you're supposed to not like him, but I kind of like his character.
Yeah, my sister she got a rat when she was little. It was her first pet, and she named him Kano after the character.
Really
yeah. Okay. She named her first pet after him. So.
Yeah. So you know, it was very and I feel like even with the game, that whole eye thing, that's also very Terminator-ish. I feel like get that time because the game is 91, 92. It probably influenced big in 91. It probably influenced that game. So that, you know, but I thought I looked at really well. I don't understand why he has a glowing red eye. Like, you know, they never really got into that. Like, you know, but because in the game,
that's true.
He's a cyborg, right? But in this, it's just he's a movie. I mean, he's a regular guy with a face plate, you know. So it's, you know, they never talked about that, but you know, that's okay. I didn't need all that.
And also, they didn't really do anything with it either in the movie. He didn't use his laser eye or anything.
No, he didn't. I forgot he had a laser eye.
Yeah.
Wow, he definitely didn't. No.
Yeah. Oh, okay. He definitely could have got somebody with that laser eye at some point. I mean,
yeah. So it's a laser. So yeah. Well yeah. I guess you're right. See, that ties back into, is he a cyborg or something? You get what I'm saying? So you remember back in these days, it was hard for them to pull off the mystical part of these characters. So they were trying to ground it a little bit. Because like even the mystical things we get in this movie, we get them like very hints of them and like real quick one time. Except for Sub-Zero and Scorpion. We get that, but like bicycle kicks, fireballs, like those happen very quick, and like, you know, just to say we gave it to y'all, but it's not as realistic, you know. So they don't try to keep doing it. And I get the idea on it, you know.
Yeah, they didn't have the human fighters didn't have any sort of special abilities in this movie, except they kind of showed off Liu Kang at the end of the movie with the two fists to Shang Tsung's chest.
But they do I give them props. I remember when I was young, I wanted more of it, but they tried their best to incorporate it, because I remember they put the sweep kicks in there, the blocking, and they also, for Liu Kang, got his bicycle kick off, he got his fireball off, and he got his little zoom kick he used to do. He got that off on Reptile, and Johnny Cage got his splits. Sonya Blade got her whatever you want to call that when she grabbed
the handstand, the handstand neck grab
off. Shang Tsung got he didn't have a fireball with his, but that move minus the fireball, he got that off, and I think I'm missing one, but for the most part. And you know, Sub-Zero, they got theirs, and Scorpion, they definitely got theirs off. So they did what they could. So I can't gripe about it, really. I remember wanting more moves though, but I can't really gripe about it. And we got Johnny Cage, probably my favorite character of this movie.
He is the best character in this movie. He's my favorite of the movie.
For sure. So we get him, and then, you know, we're in LA, right? And the movie set, and he's messing with these actors, and you get to see where he's coming from and why he wants to be in the tournament. And then you see Shang Tsung arrive as a shapeshifter. He's his master, the guy who, you know, his sensei or whatever you want to call it, and tells him how to get his respect, because his ego is so big, and he's trying to have these people believe that he's the real deal. So my thing, and I'll let you guys go, but my thing about this was, I thought this was so crazy. His master comes to him and says, they're in LA, right? He says, here's the invitation. There's a boat in Hong Kong on the docks at 9. Be there. And like that's in 24 hours. I'm like, how did he get there? Like he dropped everything and then he went there. Like they didn't even have to say in 24 hours. That could have been like days ago. Like it just
that had to be like a private jet.
Yeah,
straight there.
And I don't believe Johnny Cage was that popular that he had a private jet. I mean, he might have been. I don't know, but that was a little. That kind of took me out. But Shang Tsung shapeshift, and this guy, this actor Carey, he's perfect fit for Shang Tsung. Like they did a really good job casting him.
Yeah,
you know, I seen him in Showdown Tokyo. I don't know if that was before or after, but he's good in everything he's in. And he was always willing to come back to the characters too. But yeah, so what do you guys think so far? Did you guys like Johnny Cage's intro? Did you guys like Kano and Sonya Blade's intros? Or did they feel a little lackluster, a little dated?
I mean, it's a 90s like action flick. I mean, I would say the one thing about this movie was they did like a lot of the jumps between characters to like just introduce them like rapid fire. It was really quick. But I mean, other than that, like I think the introductions to the characters were done pretty well. It set up their personality and why exactly they would be going to the tournament. Well, not so much Sonya because she just kind of snuck onto the boat, but at least for Liu Kang and Johnny.
But she was chosen though, because I mean,
she was chosen.
Son heard it, which I ended up getting. What was the whole deal with why he wanted her? They kind of don't really tell you, but you kind of can put it together. But I thought that was cool. How about you guys? Katie, you kind of quiet. What you thinking so far?
No, I actually really liked it. Yeah, I know some of the graphics aren't all that great and everything, but it was a lot better than what I was expecting it to be. And yeah, I really liked everybody in the movie, and all the acting and everything was not that bad. So
yeah, I was worried about her the most because this is her first time, and I was just like, damn, I hope she really enjoys this. She doesn't think this shit is weak. Like, because if you're in the movies, everybody knows Mortal Kombat. Like, you don't have to be a gamer. Like, Mortal Kombat was a big movie, so it's and so to hype it up to somebody who hasn't seen it, and then they're like, this is what y'all love. Like, I was thinking about how she was going to take it the whole time.
No, I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I know the first time I saw Sonya's character, I was like, I recognized her from somewhere, but I couldn't figure out from where. And then Tom looked it up, and what was it?
Billy Madison.
Billy Madison, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was also in House on Haunted Hill.
Yeah, I don't remember her in House of Haunted Hill. And I always forget she's in I Know What You Did Last Summer. But I remember her from where I first picked her up was Last Action Hero. That was my movie. I loved it, that movie. So that was her first role. And she was
she the daughter?
Yeah, she was the daughter.
Okay.
And with all that
we were trying to figure that out.
In that movie. If you know, you know. But yeah, she was cool. She's also on.
I remembered her from Billy Madison for sure. And then
I didn't watch Billy Madison. I don't know. That was one I've seen it
personally.
Once,
I don't like Billy Madison.
I don't.
I love Billy Madison.
I mean, I find it very funny, but it's fun.
I don't know. Out of all his movies, I'm a fan, and out of all his movies, that's the one that's like I've seen it once, and I've never went back to it. I've never really. That's why I forgot she was in it. The Wedding Singer is okay. I just think he has good chemistry with Drew, but that movie's a little weak too. But all his other movies I love. I love Happy and Little Nicky and Water. Like those are great. But I don't know. Billy Madison never did it for me.
Yeah, I'm a big Billy Madison fan, but yeah. Maybe because I love Norm Macdonald too. And I love him being in that. So
I don't know. It was the humor for me. It was too stupid.
Oh, wow, she just sounded like she's judging us when she said that.
I know, right?
No, I mean some people like stupid humor. Stupid humor is not for me.
I feel you because I'm not really into like when people are like super like you ever see a movie that's like relying on like fart jokes and dick jokes. I'm just like, really, how many can we do? Like it gets so old after a while.
Yeah,
but
I did like the part in Billy Madison though when he did the speech and they were like, that was the dumbest thing we've ever heard. That was probably like the
yes.
best. That was the best scene in the movie, honestly.
So I actually, as a teacher, I take one part of that anytime I give out a test. I'll end with best of luck and may God have mercy on your soul. Because at the very end of that speech, the teacher says, I award you no points and may God have mercy on your soul. You know, and
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that part was funny.
But yeah, I love the intros. I thought Johnny Cage's intro was fantastic. And he is, I think, maybe my favorite part of the movie as well. Yeah,
I would say he's my favorite character, always has been. He's the most memorable. You remember, he has all the lines, but rewatching it, I forgot how cool Raiden was, and I've always liked Raiden. So it's like my heart is Johnny Cage, but my mind is Raiden, because like Raiden is like, he's the Thunder guy. Like, it's just
and Highlander, Christopher Lambert. I love.
I have that in my notes. I have Mr. Highlander shows up and as Raiden, and we get Raiden versus Liu Kang. But when we jump back to Liu Kang after he goes home for his brother's death, I never noticed how much until rewatching this tonight or yesterday, how much his heritage was tied into like this saving the world and this prophecy. Like, you know, I didn't know, like, they truly, like the monks, they believed in all this tournament. Like, they were really in tune with this. Like, they were almost raising them to compete, you know, him and his brother. So, you know, because like, that's not a thing for Johnny Cage. So of course, it's not for Sonya. She don't even know how the hell she got there. And, you know, so they're so in tune with this. So I never picked that. And that's what I was saying about little things in this movie that that I never noticed did help the story a lot. Because I felt like this scene, even though the acting from Robin Shou is so wooden, it's so, I don't want it, because I like him and I don't want to kill it, but it's just, oh God, like, he's just a beggar. Like, it's just, it's really wooden. Like, and Christopher Lambert, I don't know, something about him and Carrie, they're the MVPs of this movie. Like, Johnny Cage, he has charisma, and I believe a lot of that is probably the actor, like, just doing his thing. But something about Raiden, Christopher Lambert, and Carrie as Shang Tsung, when they're on screen, the presence, they understand the characters, they understood the roles, and you could feel it. You know, like, they really feel like those characters, and I don't think there was a better choice for these people, because Christopher Lambert, he makes the movie believable, because Robin Shou as Liu Kang, his acting is so weak in this scene. It's just Christopher is just pulling so much of an end. He's wrangling it back in, and he's like, that's why you left the temple. He ran away from his destiny, and then he flips him very easy. And you know, I found it funny when he says, show me how. Like, why do he say it like that? Like, it's weird. But and then it's just like, you see this guy's eyes lighting up and stuff, and you hear the thunder, and he's still kind of not believing. It just, it's weird. It was a little weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say Liu Kang is, I hate to dunk on him, but he is the weakest actor of the group, at least in this movie.
He fits the character. This was really, the beginning is really his weakest. But he's not given a lot either. So it's like, if he is a bad actor, you don't notice it as much, because other than the beginning, he doesn't get too much, you know? So it's
the scene that I liked from Carrie was when Johnny pays him to put his luggage on the boat, and then he throws it into the water.
Right.
That was probably the best scene with him. Yeah. Like, where the acting actually came off as genuine.
Yeah. And it's just like, was that racist or something? Like, why he just walked past? It's like, here, take my luggage. It's like, what?
I did write down Johnny Cage being a little racist with the bags.
I did too. And but he just makes it funny when he says, "Thank God I didn't ask him to park the car."
Yeah. Well, I think it was just because, you know, he's in China, and he just figured that the dock workers were the ones loading the luggage.
Yeah, I didn't think about it like that. I didn't think about it like that. And also, too, you know, since we're there, we get his little bit of relationship he establishes with Art Lean. So the guy that's reading the paper about him, and he's a fighter. He must be a professional fighter himself. You know, it was so funny. I always thought maybe they didn't want to kill off the character, but I always thought, why couldn't that been just Jack's character?
Yeah.
I never
True.
understood
Yeah.
that, but but now it's like, okay, it's fine. It makes sense. Couldn't have Sonya suffering that much trauma, losing 2 partners in the same movie. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. So also too about the temple when Liu Kang goes back home, I noticed they said something like he's been given a dream, so now he's the chosen one. So that must be a thing because they're really in tune with this. So if you're given the dream, because how he's seen what happened to his brother. That must mean he was the chosen one. Was it the Temple of Light? It was called, right? So
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. I feel like that scene gave the movie a lot of deeper meaning. Like when I was younger, all I seen was just, this is an introduction to Raiden, and he's declaring for the Kumite. That's what it felt like. So
yeah.
Well, and also when you look at it, like when Goro started killing off the human fighters rapid fire, they all seemed to be of Asian descent. I don't know if that was, chosen to be that way. If whether or not the Temple of Light is the one who trains the fighters for the tournaments, like generation after generation after generation. So that a lot of the human fighters came from that temple, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, definitely they keep coming from there because the brother but he took Liu Kang's place, it looks like. But I don't understand how he had just died. So isn't it one fighter per, you know what I mean? Wouldn't they just send one fighter each tournament? And it wasn't last tournament because they only have them once a generation. So I don't know. It's a little.
Well, I don't know. In the game, Earthrealm, because technically you're fighting for Earthrealm in the game, unless you choose the bad side.
But
there are a lot of human fighters for Earthrealm.
No, but what I'm saying is, usually in these movies they pick one, like even like in the Predator when they picked a samurai, they picked a serial killer, they picked this. Usually, like in Mortal Kombat, they pick one from each tribe. They'll pick Liu Kang. He's the descendant of Kung Lao. He represents that. And they go to get Johnny Cage. He represents that type of. You get what I'm saying? Sonya Blade. It's like
I see what you mean. Yeah,
there's no really written rule, but that's what it's always felt like. And it's just like this. Well, is the tournament over? Because he beat his brother already. So how do you get to go? And it's just. I'm thinking about that now. I didn't even think about that before. But what's you guys' thoughts on Raiden? Did you believe him as much as I did? I liked it, Raiden.
I like Raiden in the movie, but he is definitely a different character from the video game Raiden.
Yeah.
Because they made this Raiden he's a bit more leaned back, a bit more mellow. Yeah, where Raiden in the game. Yeah, he had some funny jokes and some quirks about him that were actually kind of funny, where Raiden in the game wasn't like that. But I mean, it's fine because it worked for the movie and he was funny. So
I watched the DVD and they have liner notes and they say that Raiden, he's the thunder god, he resides in the clouds or whatever, and he took the form. He was invited by Shang Tsung to compete. And he took the form of a human of some sort to come down and compete. So maybe they explained it in the liner notes. I said, oh, that explains his character because in the game he's 7 foot. Like a lot of people don't notice. Like Raiden's really big, and
yeah.
But that makes sense. He's supposed to be a god. But so
Andy in the game, it's he's very stoic. He's very serious.
Very, very much.
Yeah.
But yeah. Katie, what you think of Raiden?
I like him.
You like him? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was the god of thunder when I first saw him. I didn't know what exactly his powers were or who he was or anything like that. But no, I liked him. I thought he did a good job coaching them and helping them out and everything throughout the movie.
Okay. I wrote here that Liu Kang lost his luggage, and not Liu Kang, Johnny Cage. He loses a lot of luggage in this movie.
Yeah. I had written down that because Johnny, he falls, he falls out of the boat.
That was hilarious.
Yes, I
Yeah.
love that part. And then he's carrying the luggage up the steps, and he drops all the luggage and falls. And it's like, wow, not convincing of me of his fighting skill when he's can't
He's
stay
never
in the
had to
boat.
do labor, man. And then look,
Right.
Luke Kane's an asshole. He drops it all the way down. Them steps look like they're like a mile long, and he says,
Yeah.
"Oh, do you need help with that? Like seriously?" Now
Yeah, while like all the luggage had fallen out of his hand, bounced down the stairs, they're already a mile long gone. And he's like, "Do you need help?"
Johnny Cage is a real man, though. I'm gonna tell you this because as a guy, I don't know about Tom. We try to get everything in one trip. It's too hard for
100%.
people.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense because sometimes it's just easier to come back. But we do it. We try to get everything in one trip. I did it yesterday, and I paid for it. But we do. And
Yep.
No, I do that too.
so, but my thing is logically, I don't care what year it was. How did he not think he was going to fall like that he was jumping into a pond you see how high the water was, like, and then he fell face first. Why didn't he just get out into the water then try to grab his luggage? Like the choice he made is just like, I understood what he was doing, but how he did it, I just was like, really, dude? But
Yeah.
I love him and Sonya's relationship.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe I'm drawing girls like that. But still,
yeah. Also, I need a dragon boat in the worst way.
Right.
That boat is awesome.
I
need
liked
a
the
dragon
boat.
Yeah.
Well, Kano said it was kind of janky, it was kind of, Kano was tearing that boat apart. But
He was.
I mean, it was kind of, I don't know. I didn't like the boat. The dragon scared me a little bit. I don't know. I wouldn't get on no damn boat like that. I'm just saying, where is that boat going? Like Shang Tsung told Kano, how you know she gonna follow him? He said, she'll follow you into hell. She literally followed him into hell. Like she just chased that man onto that boat. Okay, and let's talk about the boat. Now, we get to the boat. What am I missing? Because we already jumped way past that. But I had some notes about the boat. And that was a huge scene. We got to see Scorpion and Sub-Zero for the first time. And that was like, yeah. I thought, and were they going to ambush Sonya down there? That was crazy, like early. But the way they came out of that door and that music, the way that music hits, it's still as good as it was to me. And then he freezes. She's like, step aside. And he freezes the gun and snatches it, breaks the gun. Then you see this creature come out of Scorpion's hand. And it's like, yo, really? And then my thing was, all this shit is happening. And then the Thunder God comes down that they've never seen. Liu Kang's seen, but they've never seen him like that. He comes down as a ball of thunder, electrocutes these dudes, and screams enough, like really loud. And it's like, they're so not phased. Did you notice that? They all were like, this shit is so normal. Dudes freezing guns, creatures is coming out of hands, lightning is coming down the steps. They're like taking this really well. When he snatched her gun, she's just still standing there. I'm like, did they film this right? Like, how come she didn't have a reaction? She's just standing there. I don't know.
Yeah, if anyone should have had like a drastic reaction to that, one, it should have been Sonya and Johnny, because they're from America and they don't even know about this tournament. They don't even know what this tournament is. Mm-hmm. To see like people wielding mystical magic and things like that should really be freaking them out.
Yeah, I mean, later on they did go into it like, Johnny's like, what the hell is going on? Who was that? Like that, like I got it. But in the moment, they were so unfazed, like this was some normal shit they were looking at,
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, and then you got Sonya with her dumbass lines. When I need backup, I'll ask for it. It's like, come on, man, you was getting ready to get your ass kicked down there. I mean, she was done. If they really want to do something to her down there, she was done. But
I know this might be a hot take, but I actually prefer Sonya in Annihilation.
Same.
I did, but I gotta rewatch it because I've grown to like her just probably off other movies. I've seen her in a couple. I don't want to say horror movies, but thrillers. I've seen her in a couple thrillers, and since then I kind of like enjoy her. Like, I mean, this is damn near her second movie. So I cut it some slack, but it's just, I think, what could she do with that dialogue? Like, the dialogue itself doesn't make sense. So is she really to blame for it?
It's Paul Anderson, though. Got to take that into consideration.
I actually love Paul Anderson, but yeah, I get it.
I was going to like him. She said
No, I don't. No, I don't particularly like Paul Anderson.
Yeah, I just got done watching in the last year. I've watched every single movie he's done, and I like
he's a
most of them.
fan. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know this
I'm
was
a
him
fan.
until 5 minutes before the stream. I didn't know he made this movie. So.
Yeah.
See, the thing is Paul Anderson. He claims to have all this knowledge on the properties he takes, and then he makes the movie, and then you're like, he clearly had no idea. He knew absolutely nothing about this property.
I feel like that's more Resident Evil than I thought he did a good job with Mortal Kombat. It's more Resident
Mortal
Evil
Kombat was okay, but whoever was writing the script clearly didn't know what a flawless victory was.
Yeah,
yeah,
I got that all through my notes. And as a kid, when I watched this, I was mad about it. I was like, "That's not a flawless victory," And then we get a fatality too. Now that was a fatality, but those flawless victories, we'll get to it. But that's just like, what the hell? But no, hey, Ray, chill out. Resident Evil may not be like Oscar movies, but they're fun. So I come on.
But the first Resident Evil movie I enjoy.
What do you mean? The first is great too, but the second one's
I have gripes with the second one really bad.
Because of the character switches. Come on.
It is the best, as in it being the closest to the video games, but it also butchered Resident Evil 3 really bad.
All right, right. Here go Ray again. All right, Katie, what did you think about the monster coming out of Scorpion's hand? Did you like that? I thought Katie might like that.
That was pretty terrible looking, actually.
I thought that would be a thing for you. Like, I thought you would dig that. No? Okay.
No, not really. No, it was pretty damn awful looking.
Oh shit. Know a person,
You know what? My dad, Scorpion's his favorite character.
Oh,
and
really?
when he saw that movie and he saw the creature coming out of Scorpion's hands, he made some, I don't know, like, it's been a long time. You gotta think, like, the first time he said this was like back in 95 when this movie came out. But even my dad looked at that and he was kind of like, he didn't like the whole creature coming out of his hand thing.
Mm-hmm. So we get Raiden and Shang Tsung for the first time versus each other, and then you can kind of see that these is veteran actors. Not saying because Johnny's the man in this movie, but you can kind of see the difference when you see them in a scene together. Like they just they make the movie feel more legit to me. And then we go to get Raiden breaking down what's going on here, and Sonya, you're in Mortal Kombat, and he's laughing at him like everybody's life is in your hands. He's like, oh, sorry. But
I did like that part.
Yeah, I remember. This came out in VHS eras, and I remember this movie was so great. I was trying to get a bootleg of it before it even came out, and because we used to have to wait very long for movies to come out back in the VHS days, and so I remember having that bootleg, and I remember people always like the laughter. I still hear the laughter at some of them parts on that bootleg, and so they laughed really hard at that. Him saying, sorry, and and they also you hear all the women in the crowd going crazy for when Liu Kang took off his jacket at the end to fight Shang Tsung. I'm like, okay, I still remember these things. It's weird what burns into your brain and what doesn't. But
hey, I have to tell you, Carrie is attractive. So even now in his old age, I mean, he's like what, 67 now?
He's dead.
I've seen a recent pic.
He dead. Sorry.
Yeah.
When did he die?
Last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I looked him up recently, and he wasn't dead.
Sad.
I didn't see a thing on him.
Yeah, say it like that, Tom. He dead. That was you trying to hurt her. That was for the Wes Anderson stuff.
No, the thing is that I recently Googled him, and it did not have a death date on it. So,
Yeah.
Well, anyway, like I looked up like an older picture of him, like when he was older, and I mean, like he still looked good.
He didn't age.
Yeah.
Ray, I didn't know you was into that. Okay, that's different. I'm learning a lot about you. Like I knew Katie, now I'm getting to know more about Ray. That's something. Oh yeah, but we get the classic line, "It has begun." That's another line that like I always remember and I hear people redo. And so I gotta skip because we jumped ahead. So I gotta skip because I had stuff about the luggage, him losing all his luggage and stuff. So let's talk about Princess Kiana because we am I saying that right?
Kitana.
Kitana. I say Kiana. Kitana. And yeah, so let's talk about that. We didn't get no fans, which was, I mean, we get them later in later movies, but we didn't get no fans. But you know, I felt what Johnny was saying though. He said when a woman looks at you like that, it gotta mean something. Because she was eye banging him. I don't know. I don't care what, you know. Just saying.
Well, I think in the games, they were a couple.
Were they a couple before this movie though? I know they were in the later games, but I don't think they were before this movie.
I don't think they actually really got into a relationship until like an actual story started to build. Mm-hmm. But I never played any of those games, so but I just heard offhand that Kitana and Liu Kang actually got together.
No, yeah. I think, like I said, this movie had so much impact. It seemed like they took a lot of what they did and just made stories of it. Still to this day, we're going off the stories that they laid in this movie. Because like
I don't know, Kitana really didn't do anything in this movie, so she was just kind of there.
But dude, you just don't understand the look she gave. It was enough. It just was enough. No, I'm joking. But you get to see she's being, because we get our first look at Reptile, and we get to see that she's basically being held prisoner because Reptile's on her watching her, and
well, that's because they kind of had a seeking suspicion that she was a traitor.
Mm-hmm.
So but she was being watched.
She couldn't be a traitor because she never was really on their side. They came and took her world. They won, I guess, all the tournaments for her world, which was Outworld. That was her world that they were, you know, they went to at the end of the movie.
Yeah, but she used to fight. But she used to fight for Outworld until she switched sides and started fighting for Earthrealm.
Mm-hmm. But you know why they did that? You know, because they, you know, her dad. They, you know, they got him and stuff. There was reasons for it. There was like a truce, just like, you know, an agreement type thing. But
it's because the Emperor killed her father and stuff like that. Yeah.
But yeah, we see that a lot. It basically it's with the Avengers, like what's the two sisters of the two daughters of Thanos? You know, it's kind of got that.
Oh, yeah, you know Gamora and
the blue one.
Yep. Yeah.
The blue one. But,
Gamora.
I know her name, Karen Gillian or something is her real name.
Yeah, but, Karen Gillian.
I forget her character name.
Is she the one from Jumanji?
Yes.
Oh, I never knew that was her.
Yeah, that's her.
And Doctor Who.
She's pretty good.
Oh.
I've never seen Doctor Who.
Yeah.
But I might watch it for her. Just saying. But let's see. What else do I got? Okay. So yeah, what did you guys think of Reptile? So I mean, I know it's the 90s, but what did you think when you saw him?
Reptile's not great.
It didn't hold up. And to be honest with you,
Reptile looked
5 years later, it kind of looked rough. You know?
Right.
But
I
appreciate it though, guys, because in that we don't know where the Reptile's from, but we kind of get an origins because we watch him from that moment, we watch him evolve, we watch what he becomes. So it's kind of like an origin story to some extent, you know, of the Reptile we know from the game. Because we see, you know, that wasn't a thing in the game, how they built him in this movie. So that was I appreciated that a lot, you know, graphics and all, but it feels like we watch him evolve over this movie.
Yeah, it's just great directing from a great director.
Yeah. I wouldn't lean into that too much. But yeah. So was it necessary for all these henchmen to come and trash the table with all the food and all that, like for just to see a guy, you know, for the snowball spectacle? Was it really necessary?
I think that poor man drew the short straw. He like knew he was gonna die. Like obviously going up against Sub-Zero, and this poor guy has like no powers, no fighting ability. Like he shows off some like really cool kicks and stuff like that, but he had like no powers. Just looked like a normal like human.
That was all that, like, you know, like fucking he's swinging on the air, all that to do nothing. It was
just
it was
to
like
run headlong into Sub-Zero and die.
Yeah. Well, Sub-Zero needed that because, Sub-Zero is my favorite character, and I feel like his later fight scene they kind of do Sub-Zero dirty.
A bit.
I felt like he needed a little more.
Growing up, he was one of my favorites. I thought Sub-Zero was my favorite, but when I look back, Johnny Cage probably always was my favorite. But and Liu Kang was pretty cool too, because I was such a Bruce Lee fan, I just kept picking him. But Johnny Cage was my dude, and but I think there's something going on with people with Mortal Kombat. I feel like they do Sub-Zero kind of dirty all the time, and I didn't realize that Scorpion was so much more popular than Sub-Zero. I always assumed that Sub-Zero was, but it looks like Scorpion's the more popular one.
Yeah,
Scorpion is probably my favorite character.
But yeah. So we see the snowball spectacle, and that's our first flawless victory. So, and the funny thing is, I see Arlene's. I see his. It sounds like Arlene, but Arlene. I see Art's. I see his reaction to it, and he's like the only one phased. Like everybody, the crowd, everybody that's there to fight, you don't hear no gasp. You don't hear no what the hell was that? It's just he's the only one like responding to it. It's just wild to me. Like this is like they should feel duped. Like they got on a boat all the way over here to battle some forces of something they've never seen before. How is this even fair? Think about that. Dude's freezing shit. Dude got a monster on his hand. Dude takes souls. Dude, there's a monster that they don't even know yet with 4 arms. How is this fair? Like none of this shit is fair for real. It's so stacked. But yeah. Katie, how'd you feel about Sub-Zero?
No, I liked him because I like that kind of, I guess, killing ability. Just like how we saw in like Jason X and stuff on the way.
Yeah, right.
That's one of my favorite kills out of all of the Jason kills and everything. So, like, I love that he has that ability. And plus, I know me being Tim Burton person, you think Batman and
Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, but Batman and Robin is actually my favorite. And so Mr. Freeze, yes. So I just like people who have that kind of power because I think that's awesome. Oh,
sorry guys. I'll kick Katie out next time. But that was a hot take. She said Batman and Robin. That's all I heard. I went deaf after that. Like what?
Oh, really? That's the one I grew up watching more than I did the original or anything. And before I even knew Tim Burton, any of that kind of stuff, like it was anything with Arnold, always Arnold, and that's all that mattered to me. So,
Dimension Scott, if you're listening, we finally found one other person that loves that movie. Yeah, that movie almost killed superhero movies. It did kill superhero movies for a long time. Like it.
Well,
yeah. No,
I'm not blaming Arnold for that.
Arnold was great though. Winter is coming. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Yeah.
The puns.
It's a drinking game movie. That's how bad it is. But yeah. Anyway, I can't believe you said that up here. Okay, so we get a flawless victory for the first time, which was really cool, and that fit, right, Ray? Like that fits. That's a flaw. I mean,
yeah,
that's not
a flawless victory is when you defeat your opponent without being touched.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I wrote it wrong, but yeah, I was upset even as a kid. Like that's not a flawless victory. That's a fatality. That's not. But I mean, it's both. It is both, but. I think he should have said fatality because that was what, I don't fucking know because Goro got a flawless victory and that was bullshit. That wasn't a flawless victory. But so Sonya finds that what I write here. Let's see. Oh, so we get Goro. For the first time. What did you guys think of that? And so we see a monster watching them, and
I like that he was done with practical effects. I think he was robotic. If I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah.
I at least like that they did it with practical effects because if they CGI'd him back in that time, he would look terrible.
Yeah, we see a CGI Goro in the new Mortal Kombat, and it's just but I did see some flaws. I mean, look, of course we're gonna see flaws, but Dude, when I saw him come out later in the movie with his arms up, you could see it's clearly a muscular guy with his arms, and then he must got like a big, like Medtronic head on top of him. Like you could clearly see what it was, and they show it really quick because they don't want you to notice it. But I never noticed that until I rewatched it. But I was like, oh wow. But yeah, man.
He does look janky. He's smaller than he should be, but I think overall for the time it looks great for
I think he fit. I
the
don't
time
think
it came out.
him too big because it would have been way too much of a mismatch. So
yeah, I forget the name of the species he is, but I think they get to about 10 to 12 feet tall. They're supposed to be like massive.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out what he's called too. I was going to ask you. I was like, Ray will know. So I didn't even look it up.
I forget. It starts with a G, I think. They're like a dragon. They're like a dragon spliced species. Like I know the history of the race. I just can't remember it right now.
And I didn't look up the voice actor. He did pretty good with that, whoever that was.
Yeah,
good dialogue.
He sounded like Goro.
Yeah, like I love his back and forth with Kano. Kano they're sizing each other up. He's like, I'm a boss back home too, and for them back home, So,
but then you see like Kano is pissing his pants, like the closer Goro is getting to him.
But he still was talking his shit, so it's like,
And
Kano was right though when Kano said, because after we see what Sub-Zero did to this guy, he says, my dad told me you fight a man hand to hand, 1-on-1. And he was right though. He was like, that was some bullshit. Like, dude's got freezing abilities and shit. This big ass monster back here with 4 arms. Like, that shit ain't fair. Like, so I was really. That's what I said. That's why I like.
Especially for human fighters, it's just that's really unfair.
Yeah, so stacked up against it. And then that scene before we even get there, when you see his shadow and him yell, and Sonya's so bullheaded. She's like, I work alone, and then they're like. Johnny's like, Sonya, go see what that was. Me and Lou were right there. That was hilarious to me.
Yeah.
She's like, what? Yeah, that was the first time she was like, yeah, right.
Yeah, she's like, I'm not going down there.
Yeah. And also too, we hear for the first time, I know I've talked about it already, but for the first time we hear that Liu Kang is a descendant of Kung Lao. And I always thought that was like a really nice touch. It was confusing if you play the games, but I always thought for a story that was kind of cool. So it's like, oh, Kung Lao, because they also later from this, they made a TV show of this of Mortal Kombat. So, and they kind of tell Kung Lao's story. So I always thought that was
that's a problem that they did in the second one too with Raiden and Gon.
What's that?
Where they made them brothers.
Oh, right. Well, you know, I remember my aunt at one time, because my uncle took me to see this movie, and then so they loved it too, and their kids loved it. And I remember her gripe with this movie even back then was Mortal Kombat Annihilation has too much family. And I was like, too much family. And when you watch that movie, everybody is the brother and sister or the mother. It's all family. Yes. And that's probably why they did that, right? They made him brothers, because that's just like, that was their answer for everything. Oh, it's the brother. It's like when you watch the horror movies.
It doesn't make sense, but okay.
Yeah.
Yes. But that's the times. That's it's lazy writing.
Yeah.
Couldn't make it too intricate. I guess kids is watching it. I don't know. But
well, and they had to bring back Sub-Zero and Scorpion somehow. So they're like, well, it's their brother. Okay.
Also, too, earlier, they laid the foundation for that too when Shang Tsung says they're deadliest of enemies, but they're slaves under my power. So they work for him, but they hate each other, which was like. I didn't catch that. And I mean, we're further years. Stuff has happened since then, but you can even track that back to that. So it's kind of like, oh, that's cool. I just think that's cool. But and that's the movie I wanted. Like, I've seen a little bit of I've seen the new Mortal Kombat, and the part of just Sub-Zero and Scorpion, that part of the movie is phenomenal. If they could have just did the whole movie as that would have been great. But what was I going to say? Oh, we also get a mention on. We got mention of descendant of Kung Lao, and we also get a mention of Shao Kahn. So I always thought that was cool because there was no second movie at the time. So I was like, oh, Shao Kahn. See, they're borrowing from Mortal Kombat 2. We get Kung Lao and Shao Kahn like they're laying seeds. So I kind of always like that. And I don't know. I kind of like Liu Kang liking he kind of got on he just stopped thinking. He was clearly chasing Kitana. And like Johnny Cage is like, she's 10,000 years old, man. Yeah, it's like so. You know?
I also like when he was like tracking her, and then they were like, "How do you know she went this way?" And he's like, "I can smell her perfume."
Yeah.
And Sonya had the best line though. She said, "I smell something." Bullshit. I said, "That's Ray." I said that would be Ray in this situation.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
I'd be like, bullshit. Yeah, especially because Lou was like, "I don't smell anything."
Lou was so open though. His nose was open. He was like looking for her.
I mean, you can't blame him for chasing after Katana. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
I mean, she's pretty.
Yeah, she's all right. I don't know. I kind of like Sonya though. I don't know. They both have different things going on. But let's see. I don't want to make it about that, Katie. Katie will be like, "Oh, of course." Last stream, she's like, "Oh, of course, you think that."
I don't even remember what that was about, but yeah.
You will. So anyway, is it me or do you like their chemistry? I mean, it's not a lot. I mean, it is there, but it's not a lot of lines they have. But I kind of like Johnny and Sonya's chemistry together. They're back and forth.
Yeah,
I thought they were good together.
I mean, they were kind of like that in the games too, with each other.
Okay.
So
yeah, but that's
like even
they probably
like because they got married in the video game, and they got divorced like pretty quick. Their relationship didn't last long, but yeah, they had that back and forth, you know, kind of like argumentative like relationship in the video game too. So,
hey, and you gotta love. So this is the first time we get the music inside the movie, you know, the Mortal Kombat music, and we see them in some action fighting. And I love the teamwork between Johnny and Sonya Blade. Like he throws her into the fucking clothesline. I thought that was cool. And,
yeah.
But it's so 90s. It's like, did you notice after every time they took somebody down, they had time to pose? It's like Liu Kang is posing like a motherfucker. Like he's every second he got, he was posing. I'm like, all right, dude, you doing more posing than fighting. And it's 90s, right? It was just so cool, like that scene. And then it's so unlogical. It's like they all charged Johnny off the steps. They all kicked him and missed him. It's like it was so choreographed. You could see that he knew when to duck. And it's just but it's just classic, man. It was just, I don't know, man. There's just something about that. Like it takes me back when I watch that scene.
It's that classic, that old classic martial art kind of thing. Like, because they were always like that. Very choreographed and kind of silly to look at.
Yeah. So I don't know. I really like it. And I don't know. We get the first. That's the only scene we get to see them fight together, actually, because it's all one on. You know, they get their turns, but that's the only time we ever seen them do teamwork together. So I always thought we see it more in the second movie, but I always thought that was kind of cool, more in a way, kind of more realistic. Like when a fight breaks out, that's what it would be more like that. And then Raiden comes and he's like, "Oh, that's cool. What are you gonna do about them?" And it's like, "Oh, wow."
And then Johnny's like, "You're lucky he stopped them."
When they're all going after Raiden and he just does the little lightning out of his finger.
Yeah,
I don't think so. I love that. It's one of my favorite scenes.
Oh yeah, see, yeah, it's just I don't know, and it's just little scenes like that because it's like when you rewatch it or you try to show somebody, like Katie probably's like, "Oh, it's cool," but that was like a big scene for us because it was like that right there is like seeing when I went to see the first Avenger movie and that pan around shot. That's what everybody wanted when they seen everybody together and they're panning around the Avengers and you see them all together standing side by side. That's a moment like that that burns in your brain, and this is like that moment for Mortal Kombat, seeing those three fight right there together. So I just always appreciated that. And so before we get to Liu Kang's first fight, I didn't realize there was people in here. I'm so used to us doing our thing. Real quick, let me see. Wilkie was here. I hope he's still here. Hey Wilkie, good seeing you. Let's see. Anthony was here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a terrible host. It's been a while, guys. It's been a while. My guy Mike, sit aside. What's going on? Michael Singletary, Johnny Cage. That's all. That's all that needs to be said. And look, Ray knew. Ray didn't tell me, guys. Evening, everybody. Thank you for being here. I don't want to hold y'all up. Oh, look who's here. Dimension. All right. And anybody else I miss? Cardio didn't tell me. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't see the chat. I should have known. I forgot we were live. I thought I was just talking to my friends here. I forgot that we were live, and that won't happen again. I'm sorry. Feel free to comment. Where were we? Cardio, was you going to say anything about this? We because we're getting ready to jump to Liu Kang's first fight, which I thought was cool.
Yeah, no, I think that covers it. I do love Shang Tsung's peacock throne. That's pretty awesome.
I didn't notice it was a peacock.
Yeah, he's got peacock feathers all over it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, on his little throne, which I was like, yeah, if you're gonna have a throne, some peacock feathers would be cool.
Oh, that might make people not take him seriously. But maybe he wants them to not take him seriously so he could take them and take their soul. Maybe.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like you got a throne with some peacock feathers. I mean, come on, that's pretty cool.
Am I missing something here? I mean, because you're the teacher. I don't know if you teach history. Is there something that goes along with the peacock throne? Is that a thing?
No. I just think they look cool. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? There might be something about like royalty having peacocks and things like that, because they were considered like very beautiful exotic birds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So this guy that he fights, this is a no-name guy. He seemed, they gave him a little bit of airtime. He has all the sound effects down though. Did y'all notice how many times this guy say, yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's fighting himself at one point where he's just moving around saying, yeah. I'm like, okay. Then he has a growl. I'm like, okay, does he have some special power? But he, of course, gets his ass whooped too. But what stood out to me was I thought it was a cool fight. But when I noticed this a long time ago, and I notice it even more now, the fights in these movies are, other than Johnny Cage, I guess Reptile's fight was good, but they're very short. These fights go, and I feel that the most thing that stands out to this fight was I feel like it's okay to let Liu Kang get a couple, to let him get hit a couple times. That's realistic. I like movies where the guy, even though he's the hero, he's the star of the movie, like Van Damme is going to lose to Dolph Lundgren a little bit. He's going to lose to Bolog in Bloodsport. Like that makes it real, like it's a fight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like one-sided fights. I mean, once in a while you get a one-sided fight and you win. Cool, but most of the time that's my whole gripe with Steven Seagal. Like, did y'all ever notice? Like, I've never seen Steven Seagal get hit in a movie. I think I seen him get hit one time and they clipped his knee and he still didn't fall. like, and that's just boring to me. The reason people love Superman 2 or Man of Steel is because Superman gets beat up, but he still wins, but it's realistic. Like, I don't know, to me.
Yeah.
And I just hate these one-sided fights. But I do think what stands out for this is we heard him say he'll take souls, but we see Shang Tsung actually take this guy's soul. So
and actually, I liked the effect of what happened to that guy's body after the soul was removed. It's like his skin became discolored and looked almost like a purplish blue.
Yeah, that was like really cool. And even still for this day, I thought it held up. It was like, whoa. Like, I mean, I know it put definition to the scene to me. But how about you guys? What do you guys think? You guys like that fight? Or was you expecting more from Liu Kang? Because I was expecting a little more from Liu Kang, to be honest with you.
I don't know. He was fighting like a random nobody. But I mean, I guess it was an okay fight.
Damn,
but like you said, a lot of the fights were like over easy, very fast.
Mm-hmm. And see, this also goes back to the Bruce Lee thing. I feel like the rib cage, his chest, he broke his chest when he did that kick and he fell back to the guy he was fighting. That reminds me of Enter the Dragon. Like, I feel like they took inspiration of that when Bruce Lee jumps on the guy's chest and breaks it like that. You know what I mean? He jumped on his chest, but in this movie, I just feel like they're drawing a lot from that character, like a little wink to me. I don't know. Am I the only one? You guys probably
no, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen Enter the Dragon.
I'm sure you're oldie. So, but these two, I don't know. But Sonya's first. Okay, we get Sonya and Kano. What you guys think? Because this is the match that we've been like hearing about throughout the movie. She finally gets her hands. He gives her a present. Shang Tsung's like, I got something for you. She's like, I don't want shit. and she wanted it. And
in a realistic sense, she should have gotten her ass kicked. But I mean, do you see how small she is compared to him? Jesus
Yeah,
Christ!
that's
right.
You do know that's a big girl. She's like 5'10", and she's not a small girl. Like, look at her standing next to Johnny and them. She's not really that small. So that guy is really big.
That man is massive. Yeah. Yeah. Realistically, she should have gotten her ass kicked. But this was the first time, I think, in the movie, if I'm remembering correctly, where we actually got to move out of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, other than Sub-Zero's snowball, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it looks a little janky at first, the way because you know in the game she throws him forward, whereas and this is more realistic though. She drops him and
yeah, she kind of like grapples him.
Yeah, and my thing is, and when he kicked her in her stomach, I always felt that like he kicks the shit.
Yeah,
out
that was a bad kick.
Like I remember all the women when I was in the theater seeing this, how they sighed when that happened, and I just was like, whoa, you could just hear all the women like. Like, because it was a packed show when this movie came out, and
oh yeah,
but also too, let me ask you this: I never thought about this till rewatching it. This fight is a fixed fight because Kano is told not to hurt this girl, just humiliate her, and like don't beat her. So really, is this really a fair fight? Because he's holding back. If you really watch it, he's holding back the whole fight. So could she have really beat him? And I always think about that, and it's like. He died too from holding back because once she got him into that move, it was like, you know, I mean, I don't know. It's just I was like, damn, Kano. Not feeling for Kano. Of course, I want Cillian to win, but it's just like I always think like if he was really trying to fight her and not doing what he was told, I wonder how that.
Yeah, honestly, I think he honestly could have defeated her in that fight.
Because, I think it's his.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I honestly think he really could have taken her out just because even though he was holding back, he got her onto the ground pretty quick. It wasn't until she got him in the headlock and grappled him to the ground that she got the upper hand in that fight at all.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I think his biggest problem is his V-shaped chest hair is what threw it all off for him. If he had normal chest hair, he'd be fine. Yeah, but he's got some weird chest hair going on. That's all I'm saying. It's just yeah. And
you
then
got a man crush.
I think that.
Why are you looking at his chest hair? That's weird. I didn't notice that.
No, it's V-shaped, and I think the only reason I noticed that I was watching there's a Hulk Hogan documentary on Netflix, and like they showed him when he first showed up in wrestling as a bad guy, and he had like this V-shaped chest hair, and then we were watching this, and I'm like, oh, he's got the Hulk Hogan weird chest hair thing going on. So I think he was feeling bad about himself, and then got distracted by his own chest hair and got defeated. That's what I think happened.
You put a lot of stock into this chest hair. Okay. Okay. Wow, that's a take I've never thought of, never heard, and never thought I would hear. I don't know if I want to hear it again. No, I'm just playing. That was
You just wait till you watch it the next time. You're like, oh wait.
No, right. I don't think I'll be looking.
No, you'll see it. You'll see it. Just wait.
Katie, help Tom out, man. What is he doing? What is he doing?
I don't know, because I didn't notice that either. But I mean, this is my first time watching it, so I wasn't paying attention. But
yo, that's
quite honestly, I don't even think I noticed it. But I was staring at his arms most of the time. His arms are like fucking tree trunks. They're massive.
Ray likes his arms. Okay, but dude, that's something. I don't know. We didn't notice that though, as you can see.
Oh well, it's there. You'll see it next time.
I don't know. Okay. I don't think I'm going to hold on to that little bit of tidbit to remember. Maybe I will. Maybe you scarred me just now, and now I cannot see it. But okay.
You're gonna just put the movie in one day, and then that's gonna randomly slip into your subconscious, and you're gonna look at his chest.
That's right.
Nice.
Yeah. Hey, Cal. By the way, you're welcome.
That's a bad influence. Okay, so what I will say was it was we gets the best fight in the movie to me. The epic Get Over Here, Johnny Cage versus Scorpion. We finally heard that for the first time because that was the only phrase we ever heard in the video game, you know, on Sega. Get over here, you know. And that's why people probably loved Scorpion too, because you can make him talk. Whereas the other characters, you just all you hear is Liu Kang going. That's any other. You heard some whoopsies, you know. You heard things like that. You heard, of course, the Emperor fatality and laughing.
Yeah.
You always heard that, but that was it. Like you could actually control that. So yeah, we get that. And I just feel it's epic. I love the scenery, how they're in the woods. But my question to you is, I wrote it down too. I said, how the hell are they get in the woods? Like, where the hell is Johnny Cage at? Like, how is this setting happening? They're all on like some type of beach, wherever they're at fighting, where Sonya and Liu Kang, they're in the same location, like. But Johnny Cage is, where was he at during all this? He wandering off and looking for Alice in the woods. I don't understand where he's at. I don't get it. You guys get that?
No, I didn't know where he was.
It was great scenery, and it's my favorite scene, but it makes no sense. Like, what was he doing out there? And then my thing was, and look, see, I don't notice chest hair, but what I did notice was their outfits. Like, why is Johnny out there preparing to fight this man in dress pants and in his his shirt and everything? You know, Sonya Blade got her shorts on, she got her tank top, she changed. She had all that black on, the jeans and the long sleeve sweater, and Liu Kang had some dress stuff on. You know what I'm saying? So, but now, you know, they're prepared to fight. Why is Johnny Cage out there in dress shoes? I don't understand it. Like that.
That's just Johnny's style.
And this is a 90s thing. They used to do stuff like that. Like you could see sometimes that they shot a scene the same day, because that happens in this movie. Like they're all dressed different. Then all of a sudden they got their old clothes on from the beginning of the movie, and you could tell like, oh, they shot this the same day. You know what I mean? So it's like, and that's the type of shit that I notice and always takes me out the movie. And I remember like once we hit the new millennium, once we got into the 2000s, like directors start noticing that more, you know, because like I used to see stuff where at the end of the movie, a person got on the same outfit they had on in the first scene in the movie. Like it makes no sense, but you know, it's like, oh, y'all shot that the same day, but y'all didn't think to change the person's clothes. But but anyway, logically, he's out there fighting and dressing. He's fighting this monster. I mean, he's something with this fucking shit in his hand, and he's out there.
Scorpion is a dead soul. That was he's like a damned soul from hell.
Yeah, but I mean, realistically, they don't know the mythology of him. They just seen some fucking monster come out of his hand, and you're out in the woods looking for him. I don't know, or wondering, was Johnny Cage trying to run? Was he trying to get away? You know, but anyway, I know I'm going in on that, but I just was like, I was like flustered by that. Like I didn't understand it, and I don't know. But anyway, I thought it was great though. We got to see, and that was another move we got to see. I forgot that one. That was Johnny Kick's special move when he ducks the monster, whatever that is. I don't know what they call it, the get over here thing. And when he does the kick, they did both of their moves. So that's Johnny's kick when he blares. Like he always had that. I used to always do that move in Mortal Kombat. His kick, he kind of like, I don't know, it blares just like it did. And also too, Scorpion had the disappearing power where he would teleport back and forth. Yeah. And so he kind of like teleported him to, and where the hell did he teleport him to? Is that the ninth circle of hell? Because it kind of looked like a circle, like a stage of hell.
I think it was supposed to be a stand-in for hell. Because because Scorpion has the ability to go to hell and come to Earth. He has like that ability because Scorpion was originally human, and he died and tortured soul in hell. So he has like the ability to teleport back and forth. So I think it's supposed to be hell.
And I just thought the choreography, the music, I just thought this was the best overall. There's some good ones. There are some good ones, but this is the best scene to me. As far as fights go.
And it looked like pirate ship hell, which was cool. I dug it with all the ladders. I
just was like, oh, this is the ninth circle of hell. He took him somewhere, the 11th, the 15th circle. It's somewhere in hell. And the gymnastics always was my thing, guys. Like when he does the flip and stuff, makes no fucking sense. Like there's a ton of movies like this. Like why do you do all that to get up to the next level? Like just get up there. Like why do you got to do all that? But you know, it's for spectacle. But that is, when I was young, man, that was my thing because I wanted to do that. And I remember my mom was like, you know, you got to go to gymnastics to do all that. I was like, that sounds like a lot of work. But
yeah.
I admired that. I loved it, that move, when I was younger.
But we also get Scorpion's fatality in this too.
Yeah,
Where he
Yeah.
rips his face off and he has the skull
yeah,
and he
and
breathes fire.
it's great how they have weapons to help them there. Like each of them, there's like something, the water element, and then for Johnny, he has the shield to block the fire, and then he also has the arrow that he threw at him. Is it me, or that looked like the blood looked like wax coming out of him? Like that, it was like a little thick.
Yeah, kind of like a molten lava kind of looking.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did look molten lava-y.
Yeah, it was so fun. And I was watching this with somebody, and I I couldn't remind them. I told them that I actually watched this movie with my great grandmother. Don't ask me why. I took it up there for her because she liked it, Chuck Norris, as most older ladies did, like Chuck Norris, and she liked the Bruce Lee fight. That's like my favorite fight scene, the Bruce Lee versus Chuck. And I was like, "Oh, Graham, you like this stuff, fighting movies?" I'm younger, so I take her this movie, and I remember this is the scene when she saw him slice him up, and all that blood came out, and this fire, and she's religious, she see all this hell and this fire, this damn skeleton. She's like, "No, you leave this movie up here." I'm like, so she tried to take my movie after that scene. So it was it was really like you're watching this stuff. And it was just like, I didn't, because I'm thinking like, you don't bring horror up there. You don't bring a movie with a lot of cussing. I'm like, man, I didn't think Mortal Kombat would be the one movie she said, I'm keeping this. But yeah, she was.
My grandmother watched Mortal Kombat too.
Yeah, this is my great grandmother.
But yeah, your great grandmother.
And see, my grandmother would have loved it because my grandmother liked it horror. So like that was yeah, but anyway, I remember that, and it just took her out when she saw the blood when he was slicing it. But I always thought that was a cool scene, and then like him screaming, and then when he blows up, you see a picture come out, and it's like, "To my greatest fan," signed by Johnny. It was Johnny Cage, so he was a fan of Johnny, and I was like, "Oh, that's such a cool touch." So that's why he had it out for Johnny, even when they first meet on the boat. He wants Johnny because he's under a spell to do with Shang Tsung, but he wants to fight Johnny. You get what I'm saying? It's almost like the Tommy and Rocky thing. Like Tommy has to fight his mentor. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody he admires. So it's just like, I don't know. I just thought it was a nice little touch. It's like, oh, your fan fought you. Your fan was trying to kill you. His greatest.
I could be wrong, but I think in one of the newer games, if you play Johnny and you win, I think because when they do like the final cinematic, I think he signs a picture and throws it on their body.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he does that in some of the newer games. So,
hey, Kels, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I don't know about the games. I haven't played Mortal Kombat since 64. So I played Mortal Kombat 4 on 64. I think I played the trilogy on the first PlayStation, but yeah, I haven't played it in a long time. I want to. Those games, I have a few of the games. I've never turned them on to play them though. But I actually played a PS5 just so I could play that. What was it, Mortal Kombat 1? That looks fire.
Yeah.
With the Terminator, all the characters you can get, and like that just looks so.
Yeah. Cool. And Jason.
Oh, Jason. Yeah, and you got Freddy on there, right?
Pretty sure.
I don't know if they got Freddy. I know they got Jason.
I think there's a video I saw of, I don't know, it could be AI, but it was like that game and Freddy was fighting Jason, because they have a video of, I don't know if it's real, but they have one with the T-1000 fighting Arnold's Terminator on there too. So
that'd be cool.
But it looked really cool. So yeah, we get did I miss anything with the Scorpion? Anybody takes? Katie, did you like the Scorpion and the Hell and the Ninth Circle and the whatever?
Yeah, no, that was a good scene. And yeah, no, definitely liked when he ripped his face off, and the blood though was so bad looking. Oh, when he was cutting him open and everything, that was terrible. But I mean, it was still a lot of fun though. I liked the fight scene between them.
Yes, sir. That is a banger. So we get Kitana and Liu Kang. We get that, some motivation. She's telling him how to win his next fight, and because this whole movie, her and Raiden are trying to make him see, because he's not going to be able to defeat Shang Tsung because he has baggage, he has issues. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we know Shang Tsung's a little bit of a cheater.
Yeah, yeah. But when you got that emotion, you feel responsible for your brother's death. You know, he's going to use that, and he killed your brother, so he knows you're going to feel away. So they're trying to
Yeah.
guide this little non-believer, Liu Kang, who grew up in this stuff, but he's still, for some reason, having a hard time believing, even though he's seeing all this stuff as he's fighting. But you know, so we get that, and she's still giving him the vibes because they was flirting. I don't know about you, because there's no way she would have took that lion down the way he took her down. They're flirting, you know. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Kitana's deadly. There's no way she would have went down that easy. You know, that was all flirt. But I don't know. But anyway.
But yeah, Shang Tsung cut that fight short because he realized what she was doing.
Right. You disappoint me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then we get Sub-Zero and Liu Kang, and let's talk about it. Now, somebody said, I forgot who said it, if it was you or Tom.
It was me.
He got done dirty. All right, let's talk about it. How'd he get dirty?
Scorpion had such a better fight than Sub-Zero did, and I feel like Sub-Zero didn't get enough. Didn't get to do enough before he got killed, and just the water thing, and I don't know. I was disappointed. I wanted to see Sub-Zero do a lot more, and you know, get some more action in, maybe get another frozen kill before he got killed. But he's my favorite. You know, I love Sub-Zero. So, and he had some cool fatalities in the game, and just, you know, I felt like he got done dirty.
It's a great fight. His entrance is better than Sub-Zero's, though. I mean, Scorpion's. Like, he always comes down with his arms cocked, like like he got some big muscles or something. He just always walks down like with all the smoke coming off of him. He feels like he's going to tear something up, but he did get done dirty. There should have been more fight, but I still feel like it's a good scene. I do, and I feel like he's not a great fighter as Scorpion. When you look at it, Scorpion's really fighting Johnny Cage to a certain extent before he goes to his big mystical moves. Whereas soon as Sub-Zero always takes a fall, he's quick to go to his powers. Like, you know, as soon as he got hit, you know, Liu Kang didn't really take him down too many times. He finally got a good hit on him, which was very dramatic. He kicks this guy, and I don't understand why Sub-Zero did like an extra flip to fall to the ground. I didn't understand it. Like, and it was so dramatic. Like, they're both doing a lot of dramatic flipping and stuff. It's like, why are y'all doing all this flipping? And even when Liu Kang, before he hits him, he like Sub-Zero does all these backflips to get away from him. I'm like, you should have just backed away. And then Liu Kang has to show him up and do this jump in the air. He did his little Jordan. You know, when Jordan hit that shot and he jumped in the air, he did that thing. And it's just like, okay. And but anyway, he goes straight to his big move and the water element, which I thought was cool. That was a cool element, how he cut through. So it was, but I thought Sub-Zero was a chump for that. It's like, dude, you ain't even fight Liu Kang like that. You might still can win this fight. You got hit one time, like, and you're going to the move already. So, you know, he wasn't like Reptile. Reptile kept going. Reptile's like, all right, you know, but which is weird.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
surprisingly, next to Johnny Cage and Scorpion, I think Liu Kang and Reptile's fight was probably the second best fight in the movie.
Yep. Yeah, it was. Which is crazy because you would think the final fight would be always the most like stands out in most movies. But you know, and you know, Goro didn't have much of a fight, but it was a good scene. But anyway,
Goro got taken out very quick.
Yeah, I mean that it'll do you like that. But I always liked his scene. But anyway, Katie, did you like Sub-Zero? Did you like the big dagger of ice and all that?
Yeah, of course I did.
Hi, Stacy. Hey, Larry, Cat Dad. Let's see. All right, so we get the art, and we get to see Goro come in there. He took it kind of well, seeing this big ass monster. I'd have been like, no, I'm cool. I'd have just been like, you got it. You know, that's not a regular man. What are we doing? Like, I don't have to fight that. And
also that's another thing. Every big major fight in this movie went to Johnny Cage. Not counting Shang Tsung.
Well, I don't know.
Because Johnny took out Scorpion. And Goro.
Yeah, he took out like all the monsters, kind of. But to be fair,
Yeah.
Ray, even though it wasn't as good as those, it wasn't good as Scorpion. Sub-Zero, to like me and Tom know, Sub-Zero is a big deal. Like we're just coming into
He
this movie,
is, yeah.
like from the
Yeah.
games, and Sub-Zero is a big deal in the game. So it's, that's still, even though it wasn't the greatest fight in the world, I feel like that's a big accomplishment. I don't know, they're equal. It's just Johnny Cage is just cooler. Let's be honest, guys. He's just cooler. That's all. That's what
Sure.
it is. But who doesn't like Van Damme? But anyway,
I
Art goes
felt
down.
like Goro's fatality was kind of
Yeah,
on
Art
Art.
goes down, and this is the saddest scene in the movie if we have to pick one, I think. And
Yeah, he didn't deserve that.
he
Poor
got
guy.
his soul taken. And why does Shang Tsung always take the black people's souls? What is that? Did y'all notice that?
Yeah, he didn't suck Kano.
I don't understand that. Like, I didn't get it. But yeah, he that brother got some soul now. So he,
Yeah.
you can call it soul glow. But I noticed that, and I always was creeped out by that scene. Like, I mean, it didn't scare me or nothing, but I always felt a little chill seeing that when he sucks him into his eye. Like, ooh, like that was, at the time, guys, at the time, that was something else. And you hear him screaming, and then you hear Sonya, no. And if you've seen Last Action Hero, you know this girl can scream. So she's screaming no, and then you see Johnny scream no. It's like, oh man. And that music, that's what I'm saying. This music is doing all the lifting. Like it's just pumping. That music is pumping right perfectly for that scene. And yeah. I always, funny thing is, until Mortal Kombat 2, I used to always just put in my head, yo, this is Jax. Jax got killed. Because I just didn't understand why they could have been Jax. But yeah, so there's that. So that's our bit of emotion, and that's really what draws Johnny's decision to go against Goro. So it and it doesn't make any sense when he explains it to Sonya. He's like, "Oh, he'll just keep picking us off one by one." I'm like, "Yeah, well, that's how the tournament works, one by one. Like that's not a reason or not to. You get what I'm saying? It's just what it is." But it's just she's even like, "What?" But then we get one last pep talk from Rayton, and he understands. It was cool. He's like, Johnny's the first one to see the light of how important this stuff is and what's happening here. But Johnny still didn't change them clothes. He going to fight Goro. He's still in dress clothes. See, this is what I noticed, Tom. Not chest hair, dress clothes.
Okay, all right. Hey, on the chat, the horror cat dad said, actually, if you watch closely when Shang died, all the souls released, you see Kano's spirit.
Oh, I didn't see.
I didn't pay attention to that.
I didn't know. Oh, so he did take Kano's too. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
so.
it would make sense that he would. He takes everyone's soul. We just didn't see it.
Yeah,
thought he might have been a little snobbish though. He could have been like, because he didn't like Kano. He's like, he's ignorant, he's sloppy. Yeah. You know what I mean? So he's probably like, I don't want that soul. So I could have thought he didn't take his soul. Sometimes you don't want every collectible. So
I mean, he's kind of like a gangster slumlord anyway. So
yeah, he's kind of cool.
Yeah.
He's kinda cool. Thanks, Larry. I need to pay more attention. I didn't notice that dude, but I'm gonna check that out tonight. I'm gonna just go back to that.
Yeah, I would have to look at that. I honestly really didn't pay attention to any of the souls.
Yeah. And then okay, so we get this pep talk between Rayton tells them all of their flaws. Sonya, you need help sometimes too. Johnny Cage, you're gonna lose because you have too much of an ego. And Liu Kang, you don't want your destiny and this and that. And did you notice the guys? Look. I know I'm saying it again. They had the same clothes on they had on the boat. They shot this the same day as the boat. I'm telling you. Because they were like in the scene when Art gets killed, they're dressed completely different. So you telling me they put all them clothes back on? Just little things like that. Those is what get me. I know y'all will look for plot holes and story holes. It's the clothes for me. What did you guys think about that too? I want it real quick. They don't look nothing like they do in the game. None of them are dressed like they are in the game. I think Kano's better because he looks kind of raggedy in the game, but everybody else is complete. Like they didn't, you know, how like Street Fighter even tried to stick to a little bit of their looks, whereas not saying it's a great movie, but they tried to stick to their looks, whereas this movie just didn't do that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't. It bothered me more when I was a kid, because you know when you're a kid, you're like, I want them to look like what they look like.
I want the X-Men to be yellow. I know.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But it doesn't trip me up as much now. You know, Raiden is probably the closest, right? And you know, Sub-Zero and Scorpion. But yeah, the others didn't bother me as much.
Oh, Tom, how you've grown. Okay. All right. I didn't realize how dark this when watching this, you know, it's not a super dark movie. Like we've watched horror movies, right? But there's a lot of dark themes, and I'm like, wow, they dressed this dark thing up as just a fighting game, because like there's extremely dark story. The earth is going to be took, souls is being took, there's sorcerers, eternals, shape-shifting, a Goro, a reptile, you know, like this is pretty damn dark. It's just that the music and the fights we forget, you know what I mean? It takes us out, you know, of how dark the story really is. So I was just like, oh, they gave us a pretty dark story dressed up as something else, as a fighting game. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that was intriguing. So Johnny takes down Goro. Did y'all respect him hitting him in the balls, or was you guys like, no, that's too much?
It was a cheap shot, but I understand why you did it. I would have done it too.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I like that part. You know, I get a kick out of that.
You liked it? Okay. I always liked it because that's the move I used to do on the game. And everybody hated playing me because they always thought like, you keep doing that move. I would spam that move and I would say little funny things as I always do. And people couldn't stand when I picked Johnny Gage. So they were actually relieved.
You know, I kind of did the same thing in the second game. I would play Sindel. I would play Sindel and I would scream, and the scream would freeze them in place. Yeah, wow. They hated that.
Yeah, they get mad, man. And then it's something about hitting another man in the balls, like, you know, so they would be really mad. So they're like, why do you keep doing that? I still remember those games. But
it's a stun move because when Johnny does that, it stuns the opponent for like a few seconds.
It's pretty realistic. Realistic, I gotta tell you. And Shane is pretty slick in this whole thing when he makes his deal with Johnny. So because he sees this tournament isn't going away, they're winning, and so they need 10 in a row to do this. This is the 10th one, and still he's like, I get to pick a person of my choosing if you win. And it's like he knew the whole time he was going to try to take Sonya. And it's like, oh, that's some coward, because he could beat her.
Yeah, he's a coward and a cheater. Of course he's going to pick Sonya.
Too, he likes Sonya because, like, even on the boat, he was trying to rock her boat, if you know what I mean. So he's like, I'll show you.
Yeah, there was a lot of flirting with Sonya between him.
Yeah, and so he really liked her, and so he knew she wasn't going to accept his challenge, and like he said, that's a forfeit. So she was going to end up being his slave or his bride or something. You could tell that was getting ready where that was going to go if he had his way.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like the same thing what Khan did. Khan took Sindel as his wife.
Right. So I don't blame Shane. I don't blame him. He probably was a little lonely. I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Goro get a little frisky. He's like, nah, man, I'll find me a Sonya. So because Goro liked Shang Tsung. I don't know if y'all noticed. He was a little into Shang Tsung. But
yeah.
You know, Goro was cool though. He had the little tongue pole ponytail going on. Like it was kind of cool.
Yeah, I thought Goro looked cool.
Yeah, until he crushed those $500 glasses. I'm like, oh yeah, this is too much, dude. And Cage pulls the Van Dam, hits him in the balls with the split and kicks him off the mountain. He lures him upstairs to the cliff and kicks him off the cliff. And he says his classic line to him,
Yes.
Ironically, I think that's how Goro killed his brother too.
Oh wow. But see, right, the funny thing is like I said earlier, they laid a lot of this, what they did in this movie, they took and made stories for it later. You know what I mean? To tie into it. So it's like as much people want to talk how bad this movie is now, it's like it's had so much effect on the games. Like they're still sticking to the methodology that was laid in this movie. So that's kind of, yeah. So it was a Simba moment, is what you say. I mean, Was it
Yeah,
Star and
yeah,
the Fox?
kind of. Because if I'm remembering Goro's story correctly, he fought and killed his elder brother for the throne, and I believe he knocked his brother off of a cliff. I think that's how he did it.
I thought it was funny that he said, "I'll kill." And when he said Johnny Cage, he said, "I'll kill him. I'll crush him in one blow," and then he took a low blow, and that was it. That was. I thought that was a little cool play on the whole scene. But what's up with the weak ass stop by Liu Kang? So you hear Sonya Blake screaming while she's getting kidnapped, and here comes Liu Kang like, "Stop!" Like, who is that going to control? I didn't like that. I'm like, dude, you the leader. You're nah.
It's like run up there and beat his
like
ass.
A movie, and he's like, "Stop!" I'm like, okay, yeah, he's really going to stop for that, Liu Kang. I don't know. It just bothered me. Is it me? I wrote, but I really think that Johnny Cage has the most impressive. We talk about his fights, but he got the most impressive victories. He took down Goro and Scorpion. Like I don't know. I'm not as impressed with Liu Kang. I mean, I guess Liu Kang took down the sorcerer, so that's something. But Johnny Cage got the cool points. He got all the style points, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So we go to Outworld, and we see the Freddy Krueger looking statue. I swear that looks like Freddy Krueger without the hat. That statue that reptile goes into.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I never thought about that. It does look like Freddy Krueger without the hat.
And so, but I thought this is what, now this is another great scene. The music is great. And then you hear that for the first time, you hear that reptile. Like when he's like, you know what I mean? That's that evolution I was talking about. He threw this monster he sensed the monster, grabbed it, and threw it into the statue, and then it becomes that. And then they're in Outworld, so there's a lot of probably mystical things that can happen out there. So he becomes a ninja, like, and it's just, I thought that was so fire. And then like his mouth and making the sounds, he's still a reptile. And it's, I don't know, they did a good job with Reptile, man.
Yeah, and I thought the whole Outworld design was cool. Like it's just a cool looking design for that whole area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. And what did we think about the fight though? Did you enjoy it? Because the music was the fight was good. The music, Liu Kang, I watched it twice. I took it back, and he got his ass whooped. Liu Kang like really took a beating, but I thought it was a good fight overall. Liu Kang came through at the end. He did the bicycle kick. We got that, which looks a little, but they try not to show it, but it was a little like, how do you pull the bicycle kick? But,
well, the bicycle kick didn't look as bad as Reptile doing multiple flips out of the hole in the wall.
I thought that was kind of cool. I like the flips.
I mean, it was goofy.
Did you guys enjoy the fight though? I thought, is it me?
Yeah, I think it's the second best fight in the movie.
I agree.
But see,
next to the Scorpion one.
What puts it up there for me is the music is incredible in that fight. I don't know, something about that music. That's a banger. I play that music all the time. That's a banger. Katie, thoughts? You're so quiet.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. I'm dealing with a massive headache all of a sudden, and but no, I like the fight. I actually have it playing in the background right now, and that's the scene that it's on right now.
Oh, that's crazy. That's cool. But yeah, so like I said it before, I love that evolution. Then you see once he beats him, it's like all these bugs come out of him and he squashes it, and I thought that was really cool.
Oh yeah, I had to turn away for that part.
Why so?
Because bugs, hello?
Oh, that's right. That's right. I thought you were feeling sympathetic for the reptile getting smashed.
No, I had to turn away. Like I couldn't look at the screen. I put my hand up and turned my face away. So I forgot that even happened.
Yeah, they use like a lot of worms and like chirping cockroaches and that.
Yeah, oh God, yes. No, thank you.
Wow. Yeah. That's the deal breaker, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So are we in agreement that this is Liu Kang's best fight?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we get Kitana. She makes it a little clearer. She made me, well, for me anyway, listening to her speech, we get it clear, of what happened with her and her father. And, it used to be a pretty world where she was at. Now it's that. And so we get a lot with that and more of her story. I thought was nice. And then we jump to wait a minute, that pan scene though, that always looked bad. That scene where they go from the castle and then you see all the eyes on the ground or the skulls or whatever. You guys see that? And
Oh
they look into
yes,
the that's
Mhm.
all, even in 95 that looked bad. But
yeah.
it's but it looks like the movie turned into a cartoon, and then
A
we're back.
bit, yeah.
Yeah, but we're back there, and friends come for Sonya. She said her friends would come, and they come for her. And then you finally see her finally digging Johnny. She's all smiling at him. Finally, took a lot. Took a lot. I'm telling you, that
Took
was a
him
hard one to crack.
beating Goro for.
Yeah, yeah, and coming to another world to take her handcuffs off. Like, yeah, it's a. Whew, I tell you, sometimes you ladies just make us do a lot. I'm just saying. Let's see. So what else do we got? All right. So Shang Tsung tells her she'll forfeit, and she'll probably, like I thought, would end up his slave. Who knows what would happen with her? But he didn't expect them to be there for sure, and they were there. Why? I don't know why he didn't think they would come. Especially Raiden would get them there. I don't understand why he didn't think they would come. But okay. He Johnny Cage said nice dress. This is a question for the ladies. Was it a nice dress? Because I don't know. Did you guys
No,
like
it was ugly.
It was ugly.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Oh my god! I don't think y'all like Sonya though. That might be
No,
part
I
of it.
like her.
No. Sona, I wouldn't say she's like top 5, but I like Sonya.
Damn, there's only 5 people in the movie. No, I'm joking.
No, I mean of like the whole Mortal Kombat. she wouldn't be in my top 5, but I do like her.
Okay. All right. I just thought you guys might have liked it. I mean, you got cosplayers up here, so I just thought maybe you would like it. But so
no, I've never cosplayed a Mortal Kombat character, but if I did, it would probably be Melina.
Melina's kind of cool.
I like Melina.
I would think you like Jade though, but okay, Melina, that's kind of cool.
No, I never really liked Jade.
Mm-hmm. So
she was just more or less like in the video games in a way. She was just more or less like Katana's servant friend.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was really good, and there's a Mortal Kombat Legends one that she's really good in. I can't remember if it's the Johnny Cage cartoon or not, but Jade's really good in one of those.
Mm-hmm. So there was a scene right before when he seen they were there for Sonya, he says seize them, and you see the princess still has power in Outworld, and she's like, stay where you are. They listen, but her speech about the Emperor Shao Kahn, and if he knew the tournament, like he holds the tournament sacred, if he knew that this would interfere in Mortal Kombat, he wouldn't be okay with it. I always thought that was weird because at the end of the movie, he interferes. He don't care about the rules all of a sudden. He's not letting them win. Really, like people don't. I didn't realize that Mortal Kombat is like 1 and 2. That's one tournament. It's not like it's another tournament. They won and they didn't want them to win, so they just bring a bunch of people out. They're rigging the rules against them in Mortal Kombat 2. So it's funny that she says that, but he does the exact opposite at the end of the movie. He comes for their souls, as he says. But anyway, you got the descendant of Kung Lao versus Shang Tsung. I thought to get this build up, you killed his little brother. It was a big mismatch with his little brother. Okay, now it's a big mismatch with Shang Tsung and Liu Kang. Because what's up with all the mind games? He got punched in his mouth. He bled a little bit, and he just thinks he shouldn't be punched or something. And all of a sudden, he's calling up spirits and ancient warriors to fight Liu Kang. It's like, dude, I thought you were going to fight him. So I don't know. It's just more mind games, and I kind of always had wished they would fought more.
Yeah, I agree. I felt the fight's a bit of a letdown because I did want more fighting. Before he does go to the ancient warriors and all that. The mind game stuff because you're waiting for that since the first scene of the movie. You're waiting for that fight, and
and also Raiden was building him up like he was the most powerful person in the tournament, and we get that he's a coward and that he's a cheater. We get that, but he is an extremely powerful sorcerer, especially in the video game. And I'm like, they could have shown him off a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. And he's built as the boss, and in that moment you start to feel that there's more to him than that. Because when she says the emperor, would be, and he's he stopped. So you realize that he's not really as fierce as they thought. But I don't know. I didn't like. I don't want to say I didn't like. We loved Mortal Kombat. We loved everything about it. But the scene, he didn't fight a lot with Liu Kang. But in watching it now, I'm not as hard on it as I used to be. I used to have the same feelings as Tom here, but now it's like I get it though. He's a sorcerer. He conjured up all his if they made that movie today, they would have did more with it. But he conjured up all his, it kind of makes sense. All his ancient warriors who Liu Kang ran through pretty damn easy. So, what was he going to do with Liu Kang? And he also looks very much older than Liu Kang. So it's like, nah, this ain't going to work. And I don't know. I'm not as hard with it. And he goes back into his Morphin Time attribute. He turns into his little brother Chan. And Liu Kang in his acting, man. He's like, no, you're not really Chan. Like, he's like, the way he's accepting it, it's just like, no. It's like he literally just turned, like, you knew he was going to do this. And all of a sudden, you're like trying to pep yourself to say he's not. And
and the thing is like the first thing out of Liu's mouth too is "you're not Chan," and it's like, okay, well, if you know he's not Chan, why are you talking to him?
He's trying to convince himself.
Whoop his ass. It's like whoop his ass. Yeah.
He wants him to be Chan. Then we also get to see our boards, which we had to do in the video game. We had to do little cheat codes to get those spikes to come up to knock somebody on. So so we get to see that come up. I always thought that was really cool. So he was getting ready to just throw Liu Kang off like that. He's all about tricks, and I noticed that he didn't have no fighting really. He was just all about mind games and shit like that. So he realizes he's not him. Liu Kang actually goes back to draw him through. He's like, surrender, it's over. He knocks him down. He looks like an old man when he knocks him down. It's like, we realized that this wasn't a good match. And then all of a sudden, he's like, never, right? And then he just has fun knocking this dude to the edge. Like, he's like smiling and like, yeah, as he's hitting him. And I'm like, geez. I don't know. I always thought that was a little funny.
Yeah.
But no kick. I just knew we was going to get a kick, but it was just all punches. They just kept it simple.
But he did do the double fist to the chest.
Yeah. And also, too, in this fight, when he was getting the best of Liu Kang, this is where you see his move without the fireball, though. But he does do the move. And then but they gave it real quick. They gave Liu Kang his fireball at the end, and he goes off the cliff and onto the nails, onto the spikes. Are we okay with that? I see. It looks like you guys were like me. You wanted more, but I'm okay with it now. Like, I think it's fine. It's weird. I thought I was the only one that thought that, Tom, but hearing other people say it, like, for some reason, it's like, only I can feel that way. I hate, because it's such an influential movie. It's like, I hate to hear people feel that way because it's like they don't like it because it feel like they're tearing it down. Because let's be real, the fight scene, that should have been the most amazing fight, and it wasn't. And it just, I don't know.
I think
but
that's what
okay with it.
I mean, it's okay. It's just I was wanting more, and the spikes almost make up for it, but you just want more back and forth kind of thing, and you don't get that. And maybe some blood, Let's bleed a little for this last fight.
Well, he bled on his lip. That's why he called up all the ancient spirits.
Come on.
Yeah. My thing was
I need a blade job.
He was just like, you don't strike my blood. I'm like, dude, it's a fighting match. Like, what do you think was going to happen? But
they also could have played on his magic a little bit more. They just kind of showed his shape-shifting abilities and the fact that he can raise the souls that he took. But they could have played with his magical abilities more. Yeah.
Katie, how you feel about the last fight?
Yeah, no, I agree with you guys. That should have been a lot more done with it. I did like the way he died, though, like how he kind of
withered.
Yeah, there you go, withered away into like the skeleton or whatever, and then the souls got released and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that part was pretty good.
And Liu Kang understood, right? That was a flawless a fatality. Oh no, did he say flawless victory?
He said flawless victory.
That's not a flawless victory.
It's like Kane. It's like Lou, you got hit.
Yeah.
Shut up.
That damn Goro. He got hit once. Like, let that man have that one kick, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a fatality, and we see all the souls go home. I always liked the scene between him and his brother. It was a little moving. I'm into stuff like that. It's very Ghost, Swayze, I'm into stuff like that, right? Yeah. So then we go back home and we see the shot. I always thought that was a cool shot of them going home, and Raiden's like, "You did great," and then you see them like as couples now. It's like you see Liu Kang and Kitana, and you see Sonya Blade and what's her name? And Johnny Cage. So I always thought that was kind of cool. It was like you finally see them happy, all of them, for the first time in the movie, and it's like, oh, they're couples now. So this is cool. That Johnny Cage stuff didn't last long, that honeymoon was cut very short. But
yeah.
What are you guys, before we go to the last part? What are you guys, team Cage, team Blade and Cage, or are you team Kitana and Kang?
Blade and Cage.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty easy. But well, they did.
The thing is I don't think these movies, the first one and Annihilation, set Kitana and Liu up well at all.
No. I mean, she gave him enough vibes. That's all you could do.
Giving someone the vibes is very different than going, "We're a couple now." It's like you just met.
Yeah, well, I mean, you did just save the Earth, and the rules do change a little bit when you're in situations. You know what I mean? I don't know. Wow, let him live, right? Let him live. So I love that shot of Shao Kahn. He was extremely big, though. It's like, and it makes you think he's going to be a huge force or presence going into the next movie, and then he becomes a regular man. But I guess he was an entity, like Raiden was an entity. Like Raiden became human, and then he became kind of like human. But I love that scene. I can't tell you how many times I rewind that on VHS when he says, "I come for your soul," and they're like, "I don't think so." Like, yeah, and then the Mortal Kombat theme, like that was probably my favorite scene. Like I mean, other than the Johnny Cage, that's my favorite fight, but I loved that scene. That, and I think it's the music, and I love like when they're fighting, all three of them fighting those henchmen. Like I just something about the music when it comes in. The music is everything. But he says, "You weak, but I come for your souls." Like, okay, but so how did you feel when you watched that movie and it ended? Was that appropriate enough ending?
I mean, it worked fine.
The setup for the second one, because I haven't watched the second one yet since we decided I was going to watch it today, but since we decided we were only going to do the first one today, I was like, okay, I'll wait and watch that one
Right.
until we're going to do the second stream. So but yeah, I thought that was a good setup for the second one. So
you content with it, Tom? Was that 1995? You were content? Like, yeah, that was good enough.
Yeah, no, I remember being excited of like, oh, there's gonna be another one, and and we get the big bad, and so, and then you see the second movie and you're like, oh, okay.
Well, I didn't realize the second one was so bad until people made me realize it was bad, because we were a little younger and we just were into it, and so we're like, it's like Katie and Batman and Robin. She probably didn't know that was bad until later. She's like, "Oh, this is bad."
Well, see, the thing I liked about the second one and why I liked the second one a lot when I was younger was because it brought in so many of the characters from Mortal Kombat 2.
We know.
It brought in Sindel. It brought in Motaro. And I don't know. I always loved Motaro. And I loved Sindel, even though Sindel's really, really, really bad. But
it's just the acting. It's like what movie are
the
you
acting? The acting is bad for Sindel.
Acting is okay, but I mean, the look. The look.
I mean, okay. She's pretty. She looks like Sindel, but the acting was bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
her first line in the movie is like, yo, it sets the tone. But
yeah.
I'm sorry,
for me, the guy that plays Shao Kahn is such a letdown.
He is,
And
but he
Yes.
isn't. Like that's the dude from Lionheart.
I
the punk-
know.
Yeah, like it's like, and he's so weird
He-
looking. I don't know. I don't know. He
Yeah.
gives you the vibes. Like, what's wrong with this guy? Like,
Well, and he takes the mask off, and you're like, wait, this dude's Shao Kahn? No. Nope.
that was my reaction when I first saw it too. I was expecting him to like, I don't know, like look
They
a
said it
particular
fucking
way,
did.
and then he just took his mask off, and I'm like, oh, okay.
that guy is a guy though. You know, that's probably it. But they set him up so well, and at the end of Mortal Kombat 1, you know, I mean, I know it looks a little dated now, but that was like a big, like, you know, we were excited, and so to see him look like that, it was like the movie looked like it lost. It's funny, it's a bigger budget in the second movie, but it looked like it lost its budget. That's the funny thing.
Yeah.
So
You
all right,
need a great director like Paul W.S. Anderson.
yeah, he probably could have helped the second.
Honestly, they should have given it to Anderson at that point, because I forget the name of the guy who directed that movie, but he was a newbie director and he just couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
It wasn't for him.
All right, so we're at the end of the stream, guys. I got a couple questions for y'all. Favorite character? Who's everybody's favorite character? I'm gonna say Johnny, as I told you, but my mind says Raiden. I didn't realize how much I like Raiden until later, but it's Johnny.
From the movie, it's Johnny.
Okay. How about you,
Yeah,
Kate?
I'd say Johnny too.
Tom?
You know, just to be different, because it would be Johnny, but I do like Goro. I just think Goro's kind of cool in
Goro
the
was
movie,
good.
and I know it's kind of weird looking now, but it still works for me.
It wasn't as weird looking as I thought it was going to be. Like, there's things in the movie that looks worse. So
yeah, for sure.
yeah. And I don't want to make it like anybody listen. I don't want to make it like this movie's so bad. It's not that bad. It's just that we're critiquing it and we're seeing it in a new light.
I love this movie.
I give them props for making Goro practical.
Yeah.
I have to give them that.
That's what they were doing back then. It wasn't. Have you seen the new one?
Yeah, but they could have easily CGI'd him. I mean, that was around the time where CGI was getting all its hype.
So you haven't seen the new one, huh?
The new one? Oh, I've seen the new one. Yeah, and he looks bad in that movie too.
Well, I mean, I'm just thankful because if anybody you ever see, I mean, I know you girls have. After seeing what they did to The Rock as the Scorpion King in Mummy 2, now that's bad. So
that was bad. That was bad for its time.
Yeah,
I remember the first time. Time I saw that movie, and he came out, and my dad paused it, and my dad was just staring at the screen, and I was like, "That looks bad."
That really was bad. I will agree with that for sure.
I went to see that movie in the theaters, and I didn't think it looked as bad because I'm a huge Rock fan, and so I didn't catch how bad it looked. And then when I watched, because I actually got that on bootleg too, somebody gave it to me, and I remember watching the bootleg and seeing how bad it looked, and I remember thinking like, oh, it's just a bootleg, like it didn't look that bad when I watched it, and no, it looked that bad. They always talk about they didn't finish the graphics on it, so
yeah, they had to rush it, and it's like, man, just have him fight The Rock.
Yeah, right.
And you know what? When you compare how the Scorpion King looked to Anubis's army, there's like a vast difference.
Yeah,
like Anubis's army actually looked good, but the Scorpion King was bad.
I actually think. I mean, besides that movie as a whole, I don't know. I need to rewatch it, but that movie at the time, that was one of the best movies ever to me. Like, it's not.
Oh, I love this.
But I thought that was one of the best movies ever made when that came out. Like, I loved it. That movie.
Mummy 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen the Mummy one. Ain't that something? Because I went to see.
You haven't?
No, I was a wrestling fan, so I went to see the second one because of The Rock. And
Oh,
I see 2 and 3, but I've never seen the original. I know. I didn't want to tell you, ladies.
3 over 1.
I mean, I didn't have one. I have one now. Maybe when you girls get together and do something, I'll watch it, so I can understand what you're talking about.
Oh man, you gotta
God.
see the first one.
I heard the first
Mine
one.
is the best.
I've only seen the first 2. I didn't even bother with the third one.
Yeah, see, the third one is just not that good. It's
But
just,
you're a fan. You
it's
just
not.
gotta watch it just cause.
No, they race swapped to Eevee, and when I saw that they race swapped Eevee, I didn't care.
She didn't want to come back though. She was offered.
Did I say? Did I? I think I said race swap.
Yeah,
no, when
you did.
when they changed her
The actor
actor,
swap.
I was done. Yeah,
I mean, it
the
wasn't as
actress
bad
swap.
as the way they did Rhodey. Like Rhodey was weird. Like in Avengers, like there's some bad actor swaps in that. I'm just like, but it wasn't too bad. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
just
It just
that
wasn't a
Evie
good
is
Have you
the
movie.
seen the
main
Scorpion King?
character.
Yeah,
Scorpion
Yeah.
like
King is
no one
great.
can
I
play
love it.
Evie but Rachel Wise.
Yeah.
Like for real. And also, I did not like that. I mean, how many movies can you do with Imhotep? But still, you know, I mean, it wasn't the same. Was it being
In
who was it? The
hindsight,
Chinese
Jet
emperor or
Li,
whatever?
Jet Li, as a story
Yeah,
plot, that's good though. That it was a good idea what they did. It just wasn't a good movie.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
But
it's just.
it should
It
have been a
wasn't the
trilogy.
same because the first two are incredible, and it's because it has all of the same basic cast.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, yeah, they added in the son, which was totally that part was totally fine. But when they replaced Evie and then they replaced Imhotep too, it just didn't it felt like a totally different franchise. Like it just did not have the same feel to it.
In hindsight, Imhotep that should have been a trilogy though. You know, they should have did 3 movies. In hindsight, but hey, it is what it is. They're going to retcon that. I bet you any money they're going to act like 3 never happened. So.
Oh yeah.
Probably because I think they're making another one, right?
Yeah, they're making a fourth one,
Yeah.
as far as I know, unless that was like a rumor that somebody
No,
just
that's real.
made up to get
No,
people
No, it's
yeah,
real.
because I think I heard something that Rachel Wise was coming back for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is.
Everybody is. Everybody
Yeah.
is coming back.
Yeah.
So it
and-
is going to be Imhotep 2 this time then?
Yeah, it's everybody.
So, yeah,
Sweet.
so then probably, they're going to act like 3 never happened then, I guess.
Maybe.
Probably.
I mean, it's still fantasy a lot in there. You could still keep it and go ahead, but it'd probably be better if they didn't. But
Yeah.
anyway, Mortal Kombat, guys. So our favorite character is Johnny Cage, and to be different, you said Goro. You could say Johnny Cage. It's okay. Who was the worst character?
Hmm.
Was there any worse? Or no, I want to say worse. The most let down. You were just let down. You don't have to be bad.
Probably Katana.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Because
that's
she
fair.
didn't do anything.
She didn't have her fans, man.
Yeah.
I remember them marketing her fans in the trailers for the second one, and we were like, "Oh shit," you know. So
Yeah.
how about you, Tom?
Maybe Sonya. Like she's just okay.
Mhm.
And then you see in Annihilation where she's pretty awesome in Annihilation. And so
Yeah.
I think whether it's the writing or whatever,
Mhm.
Sonya's just kind of she's just there.
Yeah, like her kicks is kind of weird looking too. Like when she's kicking the henchman, and I just feel like they were trying to do her, but they wanted her as an actress, but they probably tried to do their best to make her feel like that role. But I don't know. There's something about her. Like I've seen her other work, so I just over time I've grown to like her more because I was actually like the other one better too when I was younger. But now I don't know. I need to rewatch. But
Well, I have to agree because Sonya in the second movie, well, they gave her a lot more to do, and I don't know if it was
Mhm.
just the actress choice. I'm sure she probably had a stunt double,
Mhm.
but whoever was doing the fight scenes for Sonya in the second movie was performing a whole lot better than whatever happened in this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's worlds better.
Yeah, and then I don't want to ruin it for Katie because Katie hasn't seen it, but she has another chemistry partner. You get what I'm saying? So it's they play off each other well. So I I did like 2 a lot. You know, that's a high spot of 2, but I don't know. I'm not as hard on her, but her dialogue, it was kind of annoying. Like until we get to maybe till she gets to Kano. When she get to Kano, and her mission was accomplished very quick. She went there to kill him. She kills him. She's probably ready to go home. But
Yeah.
other than that, like her dialogue before the Kano stuff is kind of like it doesn't make sense at times, and it's kind of just annoying. They kind of paint her like she's shooting this guy. Where is Kano? Like he ain't telling you shit. You shot him. Like, I ain't telling you nothing. And it's just everybody on the boat putting the gun to Johnny's head. Where's Kano? It's just like all right, but she's kind of like annoying. But I would say for me the most let down character. I mean, Shang Tsung has some letdowns just because of the fighting aspect, but like I said, him and Raiden are are doing all the lifting, so he's great in the role. But I would probably say I wanted more from Kano. I would have liked because he's so good. But I think it would have to be Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero should they did him dirty. He should have had a little bit more.
That too, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give it to Sub-Zero. He wasn't bad. I'm not saying he was bad, but it's just like Sub-Zero should have been. He should have been on it. We shouldn't. It should be hard for us to compare Scorpion and Sub-Zero in this movie. It should be a debatable. It's not. You know.
Yeah,
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero should have gotten a whole big fight scene like Scorpion did.
Mm-hmm. Just more fight. He just didn't want to fight. He just want to be Mr. Freeze all the time. And all right. So I think we said it, but we'll say it again. What was our favorite fight? Mine was Johnny Cage and Scorpion.
Yeah, it'd be Johnny Cage and Scorpion.
Okay. Same.
How about you, Kate?
Yeah, I think that was the best one because it had the teleportation part and everything like that too. So yeah, I think that
got them horror elements to it, right?
Yeah,
I know you like that. Okay, and we already said I was going to ask you who's your favorite couples, but everybody said Blade and Cage and Blade. So, who's the MVP of the movie? I think that's kind of easy, but it might be different. So I'll ask you anyway. Who do you think is the most valuable? Like, who's the best in the movie? Like, I know he's your favorite character, but who do you think holds this movie together?
Johnny.
Okay. Same guys. Johnny too.
Kano's chest hair.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Very thick. Right?
No, it's Johnny.
Okay.
Yeah, since it's my first time watching it, I'm gonna say Johnny just because, I think I would need to watch it a couple more times to maybe come up with a different answer, but for right now I'm gonna say Johnny.
Johnny is all the charisma. He's the MVP, but this movie isn't shit without Shang Tsung Carey and Christopher Lambert Raiden. Like they truly understand the roles. I feel like Johnny could do that character. His name is Lyndon Ashby. I believe he can do that character somewhere else in another movie, and it'd be just as cool. Whereas, and I'm not downplaying it at all because he's my favorite character, but the MVPs, like they made this movie feel like Mortal Kombat, Shang Tsung and Raiden. So I kind of want to say they are, and that's what I'll say. Gripes with the film. Is there anything that you guys absolutely just couldn't stand? Like it's unforgivable. Is there anything? Like if you could pick one, I know there's a few nitpicks, but if you could pick one, it's like, yeah, I don't understand why they didn't do that, or you just didn't like it.
I don't know.
The CGI on Reptile.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's the only CG in the movie because a lot of it's forgivable because you're like it's all right, but for the time period. But that one you're like, oh, that's rough.
Okay. I would have to take from like what you said, Cal, with the costume changes.
Oh, okay.
Especially at the end with Sonya. That made absolutely no sense.
Maybe he got a thing for that. Whatever he dressed her up in. I don't know.
That means a whole lot of extra shit happened in the background. Yeah.
And me, I don't know, because again, it's my first time watching it, and I've never played the game. Or, I mean, I have, but I wasn't paying attention. Like, I didn't even know what buttons did what, and it was a newer version, not like the OG version. So, I have no clue. So, I really wouldn't know what to say.
It's not a question comparing it to the game. It's just even like just you watching it, just like you might have wanted more Kano. You might have wanted more Kitana to do something. What like is there anything in the movie? Is there anything that you just didn't care for?
I'd say the way Scorpion, right, the way his hand opened up was really, really bad. Like, that was terrible.
Wow. I thought you were going to dig that because you're the horror girl. Like, wow.
No, I know. I get it, but it was so bad. It almost looked like a zipper was opening up, It did not look like, it was just really, really bad.
A zipper, so you thought something else was coming through there. Okay.
Something, yeah.
I have to agree.
Yeah, it
I
was
have to agree. I don't like that either. I like how they did Scorpion in the new movie better. When it comes to that,
you guys are crazy. That was you know.
I'm
Oh
just
man.
saying that when I was because I had it, like I said, playing in the background. So when I was looking at it again, one time it really did almost look like it was a zipper slowly opening up for that
Yeah.
thing to come out.
When he was going
And
at
so it
Johnny.
was like, what in the hell was that?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Really
to
bad.
be fair, I haven't played Mortal Kombat since probably 1998, but I don't remember his chain being alive in the game. That was an interesting choice.
It's a
Yeah.
demon. Things evolve in hell. You know. I don't. It's a game. I don't know, but and it had sounds. It made noises. You know. It was. I don't know. I thought it was cool. You know. The sad part is that that might be his actual. Never mind. Let me quit.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying it's a game. I mean, imaginary. You know. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
This guy here is talking about chest hair. Like, it was mine so far from it. It's a V. It's a V.
It was weird chest hair.
Okay, so for me, if I had to pick a gripe, I love this movie. I know it has its flaws, but it's like one of them. It's like a child. I don't want to pick its flaws. Like, I don't want to. But if I had to, Shang Tsung, he just could have fought a little bit more. He just could have. I mean, we talk about the Sub-Zero, but Sub-Zero, they have his powers and stuff, and so there's that. But Shang Tsung, like, come on, man. Like, I don't know. Just. But still, it's not a big deal. And also, too, this is really a gripe for the movie as a whole. And Katie, this is not a spoiler because you never played the games, but Mortal Kombat is basically Mortal Kombat 1 and 2. No Kung Lao, but it feels like that. And there's no Baraka, but it feels like Mortal Kombat is Mortal Kombat 1 and 2. And then when you get to the movie part 2, it feels like it's just 3. Like, it's all the characters from 3 because you got the robots, I don't want to say their names, but you know what I mean? You have all that Mortal Kombat 3 characters in Mortal Kombat 2, the movie. You know what I mean? So I just always thought that was a gripe, but I wouldn't pick that as a gripe because that's a thing between 2 movies. But okay. So does this movie hold up, guys? So I know, Katie, this is your first time seeing it. So for me, I understand what I'm watching. So for me, it still holds up. Like, I don't know if this movie is what it is without the music, but it still
No,
holds
I
up.
thought it was pretty good for being, a 90s movie. Like, I thought the action scenes were pretty good. I mean, the CGI was, not that great by any means, but I mean, again, it's, 90s and everything. So
You say
I thought it
90s
was
like it's the 70s, dude. Like,
well, I'm just saying that that it I thought it was going to be a lot worse than what it was. From what I've heard from people say about kind of how it's a bad but good movie kind of a thing. So I thought it was going to be a lot worse, but I really enjoyed it. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody? It hold up for everybody else? Tom, you guys?
Yeah, it holds up for me. I watched it last year for the first time in a while, and then rewatching it again this time, and I have fun with it every time.
Okay.
I mean, I think, as a movie, it holds up. It's solid. You can understand it. It's not like it's confusing. And I mean, for being based on a tournament style video game, I mean, it's so only so much you can really do with it. And I think they honestly did an overall okay job for the source material and everything.
Yeah, pretty good. Did I ask you guys what was your favorite thing about the movie? Because I know I asked you what you didn't like. Now, I know everybody loves Johnny Cage, but what is your favorite thing or scene? I don't. It's a little hard for me because he has so many lines, and so I'm surrounded by people that probably want to kick my ass. It's kind of like high school again, it's just shit like that. Like, that's kind of
it's Johnny's freaking personality is so great.
Yeah,
I like the Goro and the guy with the eye. What's his name? Krang or something?
Kano.
Kano.
Thinking of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles over here. I liked their banter back and forth. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was cool.
Oh
Nice.
yeah.
See, Kano's such a good character too, because even though he's not in the movie like for a long time, it's like when he is on screen, he takes the screen.
Yeah.
He's so charismatic.
Mhm. Yeah, he is. He
Yeah.
really is. So charismatic where he's left such an impression where I was a little confused with the new Mortal Kombat because I expected more from that Kano because the old
Mhm.
Kano was so good. So I kind of, yeah, he left. He did a lot with little he had for me.
One of my favorite parts was after Sonya says, tells Johnny like she doesn't need any help, and then they hear Goro, and
Yeah.
Johnny's like, "Why don't you go check that out?"
We'll wait right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll wait right here. Yeah. Yeah. My favorite thing is
Yeah.
just, I don't know. It's just everything Johnny, I guess. Like the pinpointed scene is kind of hard, but my favorite thing about the movie is probably Johnny. It is.
Yeah.
I know I took the easy way out, but
Yeah,
it's
Johnny is the best thing about the movie. I would have to say the scene I liked the most, the scene that I thought was funny, was when Lou just threw Johnny's shit into the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked it when he fell in the water first. I just was thinking, like,
Yeah.
what was he thinking? How did he expect to get out of there? There was no ground to jump on. Like this was going to happen.
Yeah.
But
And I think he stepped on the side of the boat too.
Yeah, I think so.
Which it's like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, you're gonna fall.
you know, it's just, why didn't you get out first and get your stuff? Did he think he wasn't going to get wet? I don't. And then we didn't talk about like when they're on their way over there. He says, "Where are we?" And she says, "No." He says, "Can you call my agent or something?" He says, "I look like your secretary." That's what Sonya says to him.
Oh
And then
yeah.
he pays her back being petty. Like she's like, "Where are we?" He said, "Do I look like your travel agent?" Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted more of them too. I don't know. When they finally got together, it was just like, all right, and I just expected more of them. But that's a story for another day. Yeah, well, that's Mortal Kombat, guys, and
Yep.
we had a lot to say, so we ain't gonna do two. We'll come back. We'll see you. Everybody's good with Tuesday, right? This Tuesday.
Yep.
So look out
Yep.
for Mortal Kombat Annihilation. We will do that Tuesday, and after that, we'll do Mortal Kombat. Was that 2019, 2018, something like that? One of them.
2018, I think.
Yeah, and we'll do that next Sunday. But come see us Tuesday at same time, 7:30. I'll try to be on time. 7:30, and yes. And we thank you for coming out, everybody that was here. I'm so sorry. Like I told you, it won't happen next time with the comments. I'll try to get to them the most. We just up here yapping. I didn't even know I had comments like that. Thanks, Gore, for coming. Good seeing you. And everybody else that came. Sorry, guys. I don't know. I got to get used to this. I appreciate you. Like, subscribe. You know the deal. You know the drill. Do all that good stuff. Share stuff. Blah, blah, blah. And thank you for being here. Anybody? Any final words? Anything before Tuesday coming up? Anything you want to say?
No, just thank you for watching, and we had fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, we have fun.
Can't wait
All
for
right.
Tuesday.
Yes. Can't wait to tear
And
that
the-
movie apart. Huh? All right.
It's so
That
bad.
movie's so much bad fun.
Yeah, it's bad, but it's fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it.
Okay, guys. All right, guys. And if you're rewatching this on a replay, tell us your favorite scenes of the movie and your favorite character. I truly would like to know, and I appreciate you. You know the deal. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Love you. See you. God bless, and good night.